surface, felt no pain, and entered a dreamlike state, seeing Bavashi sitting on an obsidian throne. She was not much of a talker, but mentioned how she hasn't had a vassal in a few years. She respected Shadow's attempt to be on her level. Bavashi revealed that the Bhutan that they saw in the Tezcal Valley did not survive. Bavashi quickly offered her powers to Shadow. He asked what was needed of him to retain this blessing. She told him to act like the flames, to trust her instinct. A flame does not think. It does what it is meant to do, to burn and spread. She urged Shadow to continue his journey, burning his own path through obstacles. Shadow came back to reality. Up there goes gravity. Shooting out of the volcano, and then gracefully floated down as fire wings sprouted from his back. His new form featured dark red fur and crimson eyes. The negative effects on intelligence were halved, and he felt an immunity to fire, as well as the ability to manipulate it. He jumped from the volcano, gliding down with the new fiery wings, and he aimed and landed into a lava river, realizing he is unaffected and can bend it as well. He then ninja surfed back to the party. Arriving in an epic and fiery fashion, the party now stands near the Tezcal Valley with 2 of the 4 blessings. They ask themselves whether they should journey back to Arva and receive the Earth blessing for Silas, as well as see the state the continent is in, or journey to the distant continent of the gain the air blessing for Herod. Alright. That was a long summary.
Shit, call me up.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so I like just got back, right?
Right? I feel like it was pretty
It was pretty
recent
recent.
after that. Yeah.
I'm in fucking pain.
Well, I think it's probably best for you to sit down and take a rest.
Oh, you're really quiet.
Yeah, I had my shit settings different from the event. I don't know how to turn it up more. Even because I did change anything, but it's like I'm quieter now.
Oh, there we go. Well, you're a little bit better now.
Poggers. Should we use this
I
thing?
got nothing to help you heal.
A rest never hurt anybody.
I ain't that important.
Rest sounds pretty good.
Soothe your fucking burns.
Right? Everyone wants to rest.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, fine. Absolutely smashing on the bullet jelly.
Nice.
And you're basically kind of in between these 2 biomes. Is that where you wish to rest?
does it seem
Or
safe
are you
enough?
heading up into the jungle? Seems safe enough. Make a survival check.
That one.
That one.
Can't tell.
You're not sure. You're like, either it's a really great spot or.
All right, I'm gonna make a survival check.
Alright.
24.
That we can tell.
I would say you being very well okay. At this point, you are connected to fire, especially in Nozambo. So you don't feel anymore the uncontrolled nature of the rage energy influencing you from your surroundings. You still have it, but it's managed. You would know that it's probably not great for people that aren't in your state to be spending too much time even just near the lava rivers, as they have been surging with that energy that not everyone's very accustomed to, if that makes sense. You could, with your role, I would say you could find a safer spot, maybe in I would say you're able to find a large tree that there's a big divot, a few divots up top that you guys can rest on.
Hey, look at that large tree with a few divots. Let's go there.
Oh, that large tree with a few divots? That's perfect.
It looks comfy.
Sounds like a plan.
Everybody take their long rest.
Also,
does that mean... Sorry, but
I was just gonna say I'm going to make sure to keep my baby in the Bjorn for the night so he doesn't go and find more random items and kill people.
Alright. He did find, I did forget to mention that, he found he found a golden ring, and after that he was able to kind of telekinetically control a banana.
Yeah, and I was making the decision I'll take it from him once his arm starts growing into it too much. But until then he can have it, because it's fucking cool.
I was gonna ask, so the long rest, does that mean it's going to be the next day and I can re-roll one of the feeds?
Yeah.
Cool. Wonder what I'm gonna get this time.
I'm just excited to finally use a shifted weapon that I bought fucking 20 sessions ago.
11. What are you? Oh, cure wounds or lesser restoration.
Be right back.
And I forgot to do it this time, but Shadow, I will make the feat so you can have your Vashi blessing abilities like in one area. And
Okay.
like the custom spell. However, I did it with all stuff.
Okay, did you send that stuff to me? I need to find that stuff.
I think I did.
Yeah, you
But
sent me.
yeah, I forgot to do that. But
It is all good. You were on a plane.
well, for part of it,
Bang. Worcestershire sauce.
I guess I'll
Worcestershire sauce.
ask to the party. Did we end up deciding how we were going to get back to Arva? Were we taking the ocean? How is it
I
possible
don't
to
think
take
our
the ocean?
characters even know we're going there yet.
I thought we discussed that. I wasn't sure though.
you guys were
No, we
discussing it.
discussed it after the fact.
I
After
would
the
say
fact.
like if you guys are fine, I mean, you could roleplay it now, or we can assume that after we ended the session, you guys literally discussed what you did in the Discord, but in character.
Sure, because we were in the building where like we should probably like take care of the places we know exist before
Yeah.
going to a place that we don't know where it's at all. I'm pretty sure.
Ah, yes, I remember that.
Lore moment. This is why dude, I should start fucking adding your fucking Creature Guild account in my stream so people can see what the lore actually is.
Fair, yeah.
Because everybody's like, dude, I need to see this in the gameplay. I'm like, dude, we're running it. You could see it in real time.
Shit.
Okay, so Al.
My control flames like a spell?
It's a cantrip.
Okay.
So, you. Let me see. I mean, unless. Probably can make it fast, but.
Well, let me just look up. Let me just have control flames on the side. I don't have it on my character sheet.
Yeah, because I know you probably can't add it, especially not being a caster.
Yeah, I'm not a
Add
caster.
like a spell or anything.
Let me just pull it up on the side so I have it.
For sure. There's not really many roles involved with it, except for the stuff that I added. But I will add a specific, like, you can choose to attempt to deal damage. I will figure out the dice rolls in the moment and then make it concrete later. But that is another
You can
aspect
make
of it.
an asphyxiating ice ball.
Also, I guess I was gonna ask
Awesome,
about, like, in general, for Arva, did we, when the campaign started, did we know the Flesh Forge was a thing besides, Pat's character?
So, I would say I would say yes. It's been such because even before the session started, like a major town pond was destroyed that Silas was born in. Like they would definitely have been a known threat. I would say Moreland would have known the continent or the.
So I'm like, maybe we just didn't like think of it as too big of a threat at first or something.
Yeah, I mean, with your distance, your people probably weren't nearly as worried.
Okay.
But like, I don't think any of you guys were in Jerk, which was like their main, an area that they want. Like there's a lot of people there, so.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, like when I started the campaign, the lore that I've established now wasn't all there, so it's a mixture of connecting all that together.
Hell yeah.
But I would definitely say like the Valinauts have been around for us in the first recorded human history on this continent, so people would definitely know about that and the Flesh Forge. It just depends on the extent where you are and stuff.
Okay. Allington, Al, are you there? Are you here right now?
Mm-hmm. Barely.
So, your new water tech, I almost called him Seravos, he can guide us across the water. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, he said he'd be willing to help to aid us in that.
So he could probably get us to Arva.
Yeah, theoretically.
Is that something you are willfully ready to do? Call upon him again for his help?
Of course. That way we can also help him with his quest
That
he
is-
entrusted us to.
That is true. And I guess as I hold up the map, where should we go? To the, like this, there's like a little archipelago, but I don't know if you can get us from there.
I'm gonna just back up.
Oh, okay. Oh my god, this is like nostalgic.
I've never seen this map.
Oh god.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true.
We've never showed him the map of our house, which is crazy. I guess we've been busy. So, as I pull out this map too, so Shadow, the last time we were ever seen on this land, I'm pretty sure, weren't we in Ukita?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you guys took the like tanned skin portal and traveled through the shifting realm and then ended up in Nozambla because Orion was just wanting to go there.
True. So, I guess I'll sort of measure that information and say I'm going to give it to Shadow as well. Basically, there is a portal in that area that by any means can take us wherever we want to go. And hopefully by now, the Flesh Forge hasn't found out about that. But remember, that isn't always an option. And that's another way you could get home that's quicker than Cerebos. Damn, it's all coming back to me. Oh, shit. So, I don't know how, we wouldn't be able to know. Is Arva under us? Like under this? Or above it?
Make a history check.
Okay, I will, because I know somebody brought this up before.
You can teleport there, right? So
14.
You wouldn't know from travel. 14?
Yeah.
You know that Arva is west of it. A bit south.
Okay.
Seems like
Southwest.
south from the equator and far to the west.
Okay. So I guess I'll share that to the party and be like, I think it's over there. So we should probably choose our best site to leave to contact Cerebos. I'm sure he needs some room.
It might be of some help, but wasn't powerful enough.
Were you thinking the edge of the island? Oh, what do you think,
The
Doctor?
bay,
the bay over here may be a good spot.
That's what I was thinking, but I'm like, hopefully he can like not destroy everything coming in.
I mean,
Question. So, to what scale will this map be?
that's what I was about to ask. You know, like how big is this spot right here?
So, like, yeah, from the
it's
small
the same.
canal.
I forgot to put on this one, but it's this scale. So this on the bottom right of the main big map, 24 miles is this much.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
you're like 3/4 of a day of travel to get to the bay.
Well, it was mainly just seeing the how wide is the river
And how like
Oh, like,
deep it is.
in terms of like Cerebos getting here to.
That's very true.
That's what I was just putting in a go.
I mean,
Not that much.
so
Like,
that's what, like one.
That's the river.
That's
It
like
points.
1/6.
That's a 4, so it's 4 miles.
Oh yeah, you're good. The river
Okay.
is not miles long. That's the same. But I mean, well, wide.
Well, I was about to
Wide.
say those tentacles that almost came out to kill those
That's true.
monkeys.
That's true. That is another thing to take into account. But I'll say if you guys want to fast travel to the bay and figure out a deeper spot, perhaps,
Yeah.
or I mean, you may notice that especially because there's fucking fresh lava pouring here, the land here is probably pretty shallow.
Yeah, probably head down to here and then maybe head our way down to this little peninsula right here.
True.
That way we just have the open ocean that we can call them in.
I'll mark with ash off of my. Okay.
There we go.
Sorry, I picked a terrible color.
It's about a 3-day journey if you want to get here all day.
Yeah.
Just for significance, I'm gonna
Yeah,
have
it is.
my son walk with me, but like in front of me, so I can make sure he doesn't run off. He needs to learn.
All right.
I'm gonna make sure Chiskowski is still all well and good.
Check.
That 20.
Okay.
Okay. She seems like she's doing well. Looks to be well fed, perhaps even too well fed. A
Oh,
little
no.
plumpier than before. like an over those lizards with the big thick tails. Fucking
They got big beer bellies.
Put the best girl on a diet.
she got a little belly developing.
Couldn't possibly put her on a diet. Oh no.
I mean, a belly developing.
Oh no.
Wait,
Does this
I hope.
require surgery?
Doctor.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, I'm going to make sure that I rub her forehead very much.
Like on regular intervals, you're rubbing her forehead.
Just during our journey, make sure she knows that I appreciate her.
Notice actually doing it like every 30 minutes. If you haven't done it in 30 minutes, she'll look over and be like waiting.
We have a Saint Bernard.
And then right after that, run up a tree and kill like a little monkey, drag it down and tear it apart and eat it.
That's fine. She,
Aw, how
best
cute.
girl. Best girl.
And this is one of the first times you've seen a less intelligent human form, like a little monkey just torn from the trees.
I thought we saw that happen before.
A Buna. You saw a Buna. What I mean, I guess it's right. The Bunas aren't as intelligent, but anyway, not all good.
So she's getting smarter. Or she's hunting better.
She's pretty proficient.
Okay.
Beings that seem to be, pretty good at dodging shit. She's predicting movements.
My look, I gotta take notes. Okay.
All right. So yeah, I'll say you guys take majority day travel to finally get to the sands here, and you take a look out into the waters, and it is noticeable that let me get out. All this is too shallow. Beyond this gray line on the inside, it's all very shallow water. But you see darker water to the distance. You could assume somewhere over there.
Okay.
For water.
But this is our last. We have to stop here.
You can travel for another mile or so, I'd say. But we could just expedite a rest if you guys want to. And do another day travel.
Yeah, we can. I just wanted to like make sure that like in the time where we have to stop, I want to like, I don't know, maybe hunt a fresh fish so my kid can eat.
All right. Yeah. What are you hunting with?
My lance, which is oversized, but like maybe I get a good one. Like a big ass fucking tuna. I don't know.
Hey, Herod.
Yes, sir.
Instead of using that, as I see him just sitting there with his spear, why don't we try this? And I'm gonna pull out my spear gun.
Oh, good comms. Good idea, actually.
I think this is the first time it's been used in an actual environment. No, you've shot it once.
No, yeah, no,
Okay.
First time we saw Cerebros, I think. I'm gonna try to shoot him.
Oh, that's a good idea. All right, watch this, son. Watch your uncle.
What?
You heard him.
All right, so I will have you make a perception check to get a good sight on a fish. There are plenty of fish on the app. Small fish nearby. You have to better eyes, big boy. If you're going on land.
Okay, and I'm just gonna start screaming bloody murder as instead of wings, I just sent you my current shape. Instead of wings, I'm gonna change that to aquatic form. And I'm just gonna grow gills and flippers.
Oh shit! All right.
Ocean man.
Well, time to go. I'm gonna dive in.
You dive into the water. See from this early sun, the water, the bright turquoise water is shining, and there's hundreds of tropical fish swimming around. You see coral formations, urchins, crabs, starfish.
I'm gonna swim around the coral.
Looking for
Just-
a nice sized fish. Or what are you looking for?
Just looking around and seeing, what size fish are swimming around this part of the water.
Sure. Yeah, make a perception check.
Well,
You notice that most of the fish in this area are like small schooling fish, but if you swim out farther, it gets to become a bit deeper, even though it's still in the shallows, and there seems to be silhouettes of larger fish deeper down.
okay. Maybe. Yeah, something real quick. Alrighty, I'm gonna cautiously swim towards what I assume to be bigger fish.
We catching us some fish, motherfucker.
And the blurry silhouette in the darker areas of the water does end up being in front of you. The closest one, at least, is what's it called? It has the head of a catfish, kind of a shark-like body. It's the size of, I would say, like a small shark. That's like sifting through the sand. Kind of like a shark.
Yeah, I believe that is. Isn't that a nurse shark?
It's not a nurse shark, but it's kind of behaving like one. But like it has
Gotcha.
a prominent catfish head with very long whiskers.
Okay. How strong does it look?
Make a nature check.
Okay. Nat 20.
It looks to be a pretty sleek and dense fish, structured like a shark. You could assume it is pretty strong, but it's not too huge of a size. But it's not going to be easy to reel it in.
Okay. How close am I to it?
I would say you're about 80 feet.
80 feet? Okay.
Because beyond that, the vision in the shallows here with the water moving is not great. So
Yeah.
you just now got to look at it.
Okay, and you said it's on the seafloor?
Yes.
Or like hover. Okay, I'm gonna try to swim directly above it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm trying not to scare it, of course.
Yeah, like it's funny, like how if stealth swim.
Yeah. Just gently,
You
kind of
are
like
lightly
gliding
kind of-
through. Exactly.
Especially because you have the aquatic hands and feet, the web.
Yeah, webbed hands and feet,
Kind of,
basically.
you move a lot more efficiently. Kind of just kick your feet like a scuba
Yeah.
diver. Yeah, I'll say you're able. You don't need to do a check. You're able to swim above as it's focusing on the sand, kind of sifting around.
Okay. I'm gonna aim for its center mass, its largest point, and I'm gonna fire a shot, hoping to pin it to the seafloor.
All right, we can attack roll.
17.
Okay. Roll damage.
Max damage, 11.
Okay, especially with max damage, that means it's pretty good shot that goes through a good portion of the body. I'll say that, yeah, you shoot the spear gun, and it flies and directly pins, like smashes through the top spine near the head, and does seem to go into the sand. You're not sure if it's very sturdy.
Yeah.
But the shark is flailing it. The cat shark is flailing its tail really fast, and the spear is shaking. Doesn't seem very well attached to the ground.
Okay, and he doesn't seem like he's really going quick. Like dying quick.
Very, very hurt, but kind of in its last ditch effort. There's a lot of blood already pouring out, clouding. You can barely actually see it at this point.
Gotcha. I'm just gonna try to reel it in.
All right, make a strength check.
I mean, that's safe. Check. Shit. A 2. I'm gonna use my inspiration to reroll that motherfucker. And do an 8. That's not gonna help.
I will say that if this was a normal fishing line, you would have been fucked. But you have this magical tether. It takes you a while. A few minutes, you're straining, your muscles are on fire as you're reeling in very slowly. But you are able to pull back, and it gets to about 20 feet away, and at this point now, it's stop swimming. And it appears to be dead.
I'm going to reel it in completely and swim up to where I left Herod.
Alright. You swim up with this, now getting a better look at it. Like a deep dark teal with thin yellow stripes on this cat shark.
Think I got dinner.
Oh my god. Holy shit. I guess those gills paid off. And
And as I come out of the water, I'm gonna switch back to wings instead of gills.
nice. So, I assume you set the shark or catfish down on the beach or like on
Yeah.
the edge.
I set him down and handed it to you.
As he sets it down onto the ground, I'm going to telepathically speak with my baby, and I'll be like, the thing that you did to the pink tree. It was like the bananas are pink in this world, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Those
they're
non-banana.
Non-bananas. True.
What's a banana?
I'm a banana. Okay, let me lock
What's
in.
the banana you speak of?
The thing you did with the pink treat. Try to do it again with the fish. And I point over to the fish. I just want to test how much he can do.
And I forget what's his first name.
It was like Skescosis or something, and it means lightning.
Skeskos, Skeskos, I think.
Okay, yeah, Skeskos, Skeskos.
Because I know his last name is the tribe last name.
Only thing I wrote down was his name means lightning.
I know it's in the
Well,
Discord.
you can call him that then if you want.
I'll call him Sparky.
Because
Easier for the human tongue.
I was having a little trouble remembering because then I was about to say Ski Skoski, Wizard Town.
Yeah. He will be Sparky because, and plus I was thinking about that earlier. I'm like, if I ever play him as a character, I don't want to fucking have to keep saying that name over and over.
Hello, lizard.
Alright, yeah, Sparky, he looks intently at the cat shark, and you see him kind of strain and like squint and bare his teeth with his non-existing lips. And you see the tail, the shark tail, raise upward, and about 3/4 of the tail is raised up in the air before it kind of starts not moving anymore and attempting pulling from invisible, forces.
Dude,
But then it seems like that's the extent.
this is like Mandalorian right now. This is literally like Mandalorian. Now I'm assuming that tired him out, so I'm just gonna pick him up and take him over to the shark. I'll be like, dig in, pal. You earned it. Well, Doctor earned it, but you reaped the rewards.
He goes over to the shark, and no, it's not been cut up or anything, right? I don't think it is.
No, it was just laid out on the shore.
Okay. He walks up to it. It's kind of strange to see, like, knowing this humanoid creature was born so recently, is already walking very normally, like, no stumbling, no holding out his arms like a baby that's about to fall. And he walks over and attempts to tear into the skin. But his tiny little nails that aren't fully grown out yet barely penetrate. And he's kind of going at it. And then he starts to try to go for a bite. But the surface area is a little bit too large and awkward. Then he moves down to the tail. And he ends up ripping off one of the fins. A piece of one of the fins from the tail. Chomping on it.
I'll be a good dad here. I'll cut down into its back and get like maybe 2 good like cube chunks of fresh meat for him.
As you're doing so, you feel a large but silent presence, a shadow loom over you.
Me.
Huh?
Ski is peering over you. 2 drips of drool fall on your head as you're butchering this fish.
All right, I'll get some for her too. Chillax.
Alright, I'll say you're able to...
I'm just feeding the kids and pets. Oh, that's
Come
fucking.
with 1 lizard to no zombie, you leave with 2. You kind of portion up the fish chunks, and Sparky starts going at it, just chomping down, eating quite a lot pretty quickly. Seems to be enjoying this fish meat. And Skiskoski, just as soon as you give her a portion, it's gone. Like you turn your shoulder.
Jesus.
No chewing at all, just tossing in the air and just consuming the whole thing.
Well, if anybody wants some fish, you better get it now, because these 2 are hungry.
Well, I'm pretty small. My portion's pretty small.
Yeah, I guess if that's the case, I can just cut it up and ration it the best way I can. Well, not ration it, just cut it up for everybody. I like the eyes.
Kind of haven't
You-
eaten in a minute.
You hear some tapping on dense metal that kind of echoes vibrance, and Crackpot is gesturing as all this meat
see. I wasn't sure if he had anything in him. I'll drop it in his pot. See, start a new stew.
You see him sign citrus.
Citrus. Okay. I know we got the lemons in the bag, right, Al? If you have them,
Yeah.
get us the lemons. Bog lime.
One.
How? Didn't we have like 7? You could use 2 probably.
Inventory. This bag. Dog line. 29.
Holy shit! Yeah, you can put a couple in there.
Well, minus 1. Does he still look like he wants to add more lime?
You see him sign good. Because I think that's Harry who can read that.
Yeah, I'm watching him. Doc does, but I don't think he's this.
No, I am.
It
I just
then
don't wanna.
signs onion question mark and peppers question mark.
Onions, peppers.
Technically, I do have a purple pepper, but it holds an immense amount of rage.
Give it to
I
him.
still have some. I still have some
I
coffee
have 4
beans.
of these.
He's probably like shaking no to the coffee beans.
I also got some bird shit on them.
You there's a sign that's going on that you don't understand because it's a word that it has to spell out with non-existent fingers, so you're not getting every letter.
I'm just
But
gonna
you
start
get a C, a
slowly
V,
walking
and an
towards
E.
them. with the
A
coffee.
C, a V, and an E. Clove. CVE. Does he?
And then it signs good.
Okay, clove.
Oh, well, maybe that would.
Okay.
Yeah, you could assume that maybe he's talking about that.
I don't know.
But, I'll say, Crackbot kind of tilts a little bit. Kind of hearing what's going on, you could assume that it's responding to words before. And it starts to, it grabs the ladle, and water just appears from nowhere inside of the cauldron, filling it up a little bit. And just a tiny bit of it. And you see a swirling happening, and then the water evaporates, the misty cloud, the bog limes float inside the cauldron, peel themselves and squirt all their juices out. Peels are tossed outside, and the fish cubes are diced neatly. And you see the citrusy juice cooking the raw fish, now resulting in a ceviche dish.
Ooh. Ooh, I know something that might be good for this. I'm gonna look amongst the shore. Do I see any, like, maybe green onion sprouts or anything?
Make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You peer around, you do not see any onion-looking herbs, but you do see what looks to be some sort of an aromatic herb. And you walk up to it, and you smell it, and it smells like cilantro.
Ooh, okay. Hopefully nobody has the soap gene. I will harvest some, and I'll go over to Crackpot and give him a thumbs up, or then like a thumbs down, like a yay or nay type of deal.
He puts the 2 thumbs up.
Alright, I fucking cut off the cilantro into the ceviche.
Alright, you sprinkle that on, and yeah, you guys have a pretty hefty portion here with a lot of fish chunks. Yeah, a good portion
Alright,
of
I'm
ceviche.
bringing out the coffee beans.
I
Walking towards them with the
still
coffee
have
beans.
a bottle of mirth wine.
Slowly, menacingly walking towards them with the coffee beans.
Before they ruin the dish, I would like to just try some as is.
You see Crackpot. You see Crackpot signing, please no. No.
Hey, he's saying no, man. Respect his consent.
Alright, I'll put the coffee beans away.
I have a bottle of mirth wine.
Can we just drink that along with the ceviche? I feel like this is a good meal right now.
You
Yeah.
see last sign. Not magic, just good.
Okay.
I can make a package. Here's some purple pepper.
The fucking ceviche of immediate rage.
Yo.
It's a V raid.
All right. We aren't blessed with any chips or anything, so I'm just gonna scoop some out.
Any chips? That's a tortilla chip.
For real.
In fact, we have a bag of razor leaf fern.
Is it crunchy?
A razor leaf.
I don't know. It could be.
This is just delicious. It's not even fucking. He fucking is advancing in his cooking techniques. He just fucking chops some shit up. Like, he did that for Abe, but not us. He's fucking learning. And he's got a garden growing inside of him. I planted a bunch of bog lime trees in our world.
I want to use one of these mushlings as a spoon.
As you guys are eating, I'll say, just to mention that, as you just mentioned that, shout out, yours tastes a lot more umami and musky as you use the mushling to scoop it. But for everybody else, it's a very fresh, obviously a very fresh tasting fish. It is dense, though. It's not a super, super tender fish, but it seems like it's more tender than it used to be, possibly crack pot. It doesn't seem like it should be that tender in comparison to the raw meat.
But it's
It
delicious.
has a very nice zesty, limey flavor, and the bog limes themselves are a bit sweeter than typical limes. So there's a nice sweet note contrasting the fatty fish.
Fucking delicious, man. Alright, this is a good last meal before, we call upon a god to get us across the ocean and possibly die. Hard, possibly. Did you guys just want to rest here and then finish off the day at the cove where we're going?
Should be fine.
Should be good.
Back.
Alright, yeah. You guys can take your long rest. I will be back in 1 minute.
1 minute. Food.
Sam,
What?
Sam, you got a hot dog, buddy?
Nah. I had 4 broths.
I'm gonna have to send you that video.
I'm kind of debating whether to take this next gummy or not.
Fucking why not?
Hey, yo.
Don't know. Should I be concerned?
Yeah, that's Sam. And he's got a hot dog.
Oh my god, this is a cute puppy.
He's got a hot dog.
He's so happy.
He's so happy.
Tippy tap.
Hey.
He's a fucking boy. He's a fucking boy.
He's Koski. Is that you?
Hell yeah.
That means we're probably going to come in from the place we've never been before. Or,
Yeah, that's okay. I've never been anywhere, so.
or if we're lucky and Cerebos listens to Al's heart, he takes us right to our home. Morloom.
Wow.
Which home?
Morloom. Equivorous Island.
Yeah, that's my home too. I live there.
We had the chillest home spot. Oh, and this is where my fucking warriors that I fucking became like a general of are. We literally fucking forged a bond between 2 separate people right before we left. 2 cultures. Roll for gay.
Hey, yo, natural 20. Rolls for gay, natural 20.
Oh shit.
I coming home.
Oh, no.
Hey, yo, 1.
Easy 16.
All right.
Howdy.
You guys take your long rest, and you wake up the next morning to another hot and humid day. There is a bit of a nice breeze, and it's getting a bit cooler as you kind of head away from the lava rivers.
That is nice. Our moment of respite before certain death. Hopefully I'm following the map right. We're trying to get down here.
I think getting for roughly just under that 1 million.
Yeah. Do we get there without any comeuppance?
Heading there.
Yeah.
Make a dice roll. In front of everybody. Right there.
Oh, that was close to a 1.
All right. As you guys travel along through the day, you do make notice that there are 3 fire parrots flying above you guys.
Oh shit.
Feet above. You do end up
Assuming
here.
fine.
You do recognize that they look exactly the same. Yes, and in fact, you feel like the presence of this radiating rage energy, like and literally like a spawn of Babashi.
Not going to do anything with them, but just for an higher protection, I'm going to use my free 4th level Find Steed to call Toro back.
The Toro hears a little crack in the air, jumps out.
I'll just mount him. Just in case.
And you guys now stare at the deeper, dark turquoise waters. You notice in this area you cannot see the bottom, even though it's quite clear water. It's a bit blurry and dark down there.
Okay, Al, I think we're all trusting you here. I think you know what you're doing at this point.
Right. Well, I guess I'm gonna start walking near the water a little bit with the intention of contacting Cerebos. See if he's willing to bring us to Arva.
And I'll say that everybody notices as he walks in the water, like the tension of water, how it can cling to
Yeah.
edges and walls. The water clings much higher to him, like unnaturally, as he walks in. Not completely surrounded, but elevated.
So, like, if I was ankle deep, it'd be like trying to climb up the thighs.
Like ankle deep, like you just see like a pretty good mound kind of collecting and rising a bit above that.
He's Venom.
And yeah, you submerge yourself. Right? Is that what you're saying you were doing?
I was walking in the water with, in my head, praying to Cerebos to take us back to Morlun.
Okay.
Well, what used to be mine and Poe's home now is just mine. There's no more Poe.
So what do you say in your prayers in your head?
Cerebos, that you could please swiftly bring us back to the Arva, to Morlun. We
have some unfinished business that needs to be done there, and we have collected what is needed here.
There's a silence for about a minute.
Oh, they got a real snake tail. Everything's a real snake.
You know? Yes.
It's so cute. It's like a crown snake.
A cow snake.
And after that, you see a quick tentacle glowing in the distance, traveling like a cow snake through the water, slithering a bit closer.
Hey guys, keep letting us. Come on.
Okay.
Hurry up.
I'll just hold my baby tight and fucking let's go.
And
Alright, I'm going.
I'm gonna make sure Kiskaski is soothed as we bring her over as well.
all right, and we'll say that you kind of head out a bit back to the rest of the group on the beach, or you're at least still in the water, but you notice that the tentacle rises from the water and then lays down flat on the beach, like slapping the sand. Sand flies everywhere. This massive, pale blue, glistening tentacle with lots of strands, filaments that are sparking and jolting. That then stops sparking and jolting and settle.
See? Look how awesome Cerebos is. You know, I dare say he's one of the best ones, if not the best.
At least he's helping us this time. And not zapping me. My poke gem just glows.
Okay, that was on you because you were interrupting.
That's fair. Alright, I get up on... I'm assuming... Is he ushering us on to the tentacle?
You see, for a half second, Mo was literally shocked out of the water, right?
Yes.
Like,
That-
Jared never
I was
experienced
water-
that. You mentioned it, like, feeling, post.
Yeah.
Of that. You see, like, a flash, like a vision for half a second of him.
Ah, the little one was a dumbass.
I forgot what you asked after that. I wanted to describe it.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
For them to get on the tentacle. I'm getting on. I'm gonna make sure Kiskaski gets on safe.
I'll bring my whole pack, Toro and the fucking kid. And if anything, I could just fly alongside, too, if there's not enough room.
I feel like we are going to
Plenty of
outpace.
room on this massive tentacle, yeah.
I feel like we're gonna get outpaced real quick.
Assuming everyone else gets on.
Yep.
Alright.
Silence means yes.
I just have to
don't
ask, you
know.
never know. Alright. The tentacle raises and begins to slide into the water, but you notice that as it slides into the water, an air bubble forms. You're now all in the water, but surrounded by this force of blocking away the water. And it zooms fast. You see the tentacle wiggling here and there, getting deeper into the depths. You also notice that the pressure in your ears don't change as you dive into these pressurized flowing bubbles. And continues along until you see many other strands now entering a deep, dark depths, already moving extremely fast. And then you start rising again for a few minutes, and then come to the surface, bright sun shining through the water, and then eject, still on the tentacle, but eject out of the water. And you see in front of you the gargantuan mound of a jellyfish head, only partially exposed, but looking like an island, a pale blue island of slimy, purple spotted flesh.
So we finally see his head in full for, like, the first time.
Up close, probably for the first time, yeah. Literally, like, just the texture and submerges. You guys are kind of getting possibly your last view of Nozambla. And I know for one of you it may be a bit different of an experience in Shadow as you look to the continent that you were raised on and learned your values from, where your family is from. You see those 3 fire parrots now standing on the beach and bowing down their heads unanimously.
I will bow back. Give us loot.
They then look back up and start to fly and head back to the volcano as you guys recede into the depths, now being surrounded by a massive air bubble dome. And the surface is very slimy and slippery. Kiskoski is slipping and tumbling like a golden retriever on an ice rink or something. And you descend very quickly and are surrounded by deep, dark water. Every now and then seeing the glimpses and shadows or lights of creatures swimming by. And then everything in the vicinity becomes a rich cobalt blue, shimmering in the waters, like an aurora borealis around you, but of blues and turquoises underwater. The physical world seems to fade away, surrounded by this ethereal light, and there's a flash of white light as the colors fade away, and you are now surrounded by a different environment. You're now popped up on the coast here. No more coral to be seen. A bit more temperate region. It seems like you see seaweed coming from the depths. And soon the air dome that you guys are on becomes to be starts to lift as you guys are traveling in this air bubble, which Cerebos descends into the depths. You guys rise up to the surface and are then carried in this air bubble up to the surface of the water, and then pushed inland. You see familiar surroundings for 2 of you, especially, as you are now on the beach, the eastern beach of Equivor's Island. And let me pull up that map.
It's been a minute.
Dusting it off.
It's literally been. I don't
think we've seen any
like
of
the
it.
3rd session.
Yeah,
Like-
since like, man, it's long. That's so fucking long ago.
I'm so excited to see this for the first time.
I wonder how much has changed.
Hopefully our house is okay. I have a slight exposition as we get onto the land. I gotta remember what the map looks like. Because I know we have your workplace, my workplace. Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. It's all coming back.
Yeah, it all looks pretty much the same.
There's your fucking job. There's
Mm-hmm.
my job. This was our house. We have a house.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I remember living here.
So, basically, as we approach, like, Herod gets a very intense feeling, and being where most likely Poe's soul would reside if it had to come back, if that's because he's not much of a believer in anything, even though he lives in hell. It's like almost as Poe's memories enact to him as his own, and he can see it all clearly. And it's an intense moment for him, because he's seeing everything that Poe had went through, from his first death to being taken from the void, the fights, the flesh forge, into very over-encumbering experience for Herod.
And you definitely notice that the Pogen is as bright as it's ever been.
Yeah.
You guys step onto the eastern side here. Shadow, I'll kind of describe it from your perspective. I said you, you just see a desolate wasteland of rot and dead trees, pools of still water, seemingly purposely displayed and not buried on the outskirts here. And you see some practitioners in the fields here in the wastes, kind of picking twigs and placing down bones, gathering soil and such, wearing black, green, and blue. So they're wearing like completely pitch black robes.
Okay.
As you walk on this now appearing to be a trail here, heading west to Moorland. Only a little bit of a walk, like a mile.
You guys live here?
It's
Yeah, it was a great place.
the beauty of Morloom is that it is balanced in all rights.
Yeah, I had a job at that temple. It's named as the Temple of Decay, but I mean, I was basically the cemetery worker. You know, I buried whatever person they wanted buried. You know, if they wanted to be cremated, I helped with that. I made tombstones and everything else. I was a grave tender, master of
Yeah, I'm
graves.
gonna look around at the bones and say, it looks like you did a great job.
Hey, some people didn't want to be buried inside the city. It's not my fault.
And as he mentions the temple, Herod just gets one of Poe's flashbacks of when we had to. I don't remember. I think something else got to him. The monk leader guy that was in that shipwreck that died. Like he's just getting every memory back as it was his own.
Which I do still have his staff. Because I will definitely be making a detour back to that temple. If people are willing to go there.
Yeah, but we need to go check in our house. We need this. As we look around, does it look as though that it's been taken by the forge in any sense?
Sure, I'll say you guys make the mile walk. You have now entered the eastern gate here, and while walking, the walls look to be the same on the eastern side here, purposefully like somewhat decayed walls and such, and wood rot allowed to grow on the gate itself. But it looks to be as intended. It doesn't seem like Orlum is in any form of distress either. Like no like crazy guard posts or anything, other than very few guards in Morlun.
A strong town this always was.
Nope, I'm going to, talk with the guards real quick. See, maybe if there's something that happened that got repelled.
I'll come with.
Alright. You walk up to Morlun Death Guard, wearing pitch black cloth on dark steel armor. Death's greetings.
And with you. So, I've heard from the sending stone we have that a lot of stuff has been happening on the mainland. Anything here?
Not on Morlun, luckily, but the mainland has been, well, let's say there's been an imbalance, death and life, or death has spread to all of Midlark, and half the Elven is gone, burned, now becoming a scar,
Oh.
a path from the flesh forge down to Olden. And if you head to the western portion of Equiforce Island, you will see guard posts, towers now built on the eastern coast of Midlark, staring at our island. forces, some obvious and large, and some secretive spies attacking Jerk. But they are still holding back well, holding back in a balance of death. But who knows? Time will tell. It has only been 3 weeks since these assaults, and already so much has been taken.
I would like to, what's it? See, like, does it feel like he's hiding anything, or is it like he was like fully truthful about that?
You can make an insight check.
Nothing. Everything he said is very, very true, and he's not hiding a thing.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Well, I mean, it's been, wait, how long have we been gone?
Probably about 3 weeks. I would estimate.
It's so much in 3 weeks. Oh, so he might
Because
still
if you
even
really-
remember me.
Yeah. If you really think about it, like a session is only like a day, maybe like a month. I'll say a month, because there were some sessions where it's like 3 or 4 travel days, but I don't think it's anything much past a month since you guys have been gone.
Well, I mean, what was his name? Ah, shit. The monk that died on the ship. I have a stat.
Yes, it was like
Oh.
Brian or something.
Yeah, it was
I'm
something
sorry.
like that. Because I was like, Brian!
Well, it wasn't your name that you made, it was just something that Tommy just yelled out, you just took it as. Alright, yeah, so say, I have this staff.
Staff of Brian!
Father Brian. The Flesh Forge ended up, he perished on the ship because due to the forge.
That is a shame for me. Not all of them were taken. They now bleed to deaths. Thank you. I will, if you would like, I can lead them to the temple or guide you there. I know it has been months and, well, been gone for quite a while.
Yeah, I've had, as you can see, I have a decent group of friends here.
And for
What's,
your, I didn't want to say it, but didn't know they had such powerful hair dye. Look quite different.
Yeah, so, about that, there was like 4 deities, or, I guess gods that live here, like, on this, they live on this planet, or do they know the term planet? My character would definitely know the term planet, I don't know if they do.
Yeah, I would say
shit.
so. Yeah.
Okay,
Planet or Earth, like,
on this plane.
no, not Earth, actually. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say not Earth.
I mean, you can say, like, the Earth. That's something.
I mean, yeah, but not, they don't, whatever. There's 4 guys that live on this plane. I'm kind of, been in contact with one of them, and, he's my current, patron at the moment. And he's helped us a lot. We were on a completely separate continent. Then he sent us here. It actually was, it took us much shorter time than it would have otherwise.
And what use do this gift practices or have you ventured beyond our
Well, honestly, I've been very busy in a lot of fighting. I have indeed used some power to, make sure people have safe travels, but recently it's become a bit more difficult. It's very hectic. This island with the monkeys, we had a decent amount of fight. There was a bog lion that fought us. That was interesting.
Those are
Yeah.
salt bags.
Yeah, there's another continent that has them. Except this one was a living creature.
Strange times.
Indeed.
The living are warping in so many ways. must
They come further.
become one with the soil eventually. I would like to rely.
Oh, I guess I should probably be on the way to the temple as well. Let them know that Father Brian is perished.
Safe travels, right? May death
Good job. May death be with you.
He returns to his post.
I'm gonna follow out to the temple.
I'm just wondering what Shadow thinks of that entire conversation of starting with "May death be with you."
I thought the parting words were a little bit interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this is it's pretty nice and cozy, you know. Honestly, I mean, we're gonna pass by the crypts right here. Got the fighting pit. We made me and Poe had made a lot of money in there. Sadly, Poe's not with us.
Fun pastime.
But the library was. We didn't do too much for the library, but our housing was to the left.
Dendry's a
It's
piece of
pretty great.
shit. Fuck that
Oh.
guy.
Isn't he dead now?
Yeah.
Could have sworn he died. But yeah, the guy that owned that shop is dead. He wasn't a very great person. Yeah, let's go pass by the cemetery. I made a lot of these headstones. I kept them up. The upkeep was pretty good. And I've been gone for like a month, which I will probably end up tending to some of these graves as we are here. But I'll first give the ceremonial quarterstaff back to the temple.
Alright. You pass along and you see a few familiar grave tenders. You see Gendry in the fields, an old human. First! Have you come to chisel more headstones, young one?
If I have some time, I shall. I'm here to return this staff from Father Brian. He got murdered by the Forge. Indeed.
We assumed as much. He's been gone for so long. But I'm sure he's in a better place with death, Lady Death.
I agree.
Continue along and head back up the Temple of Decay. The familiar scent of incense kind of hovering around the temple, and the sleek, black polished stone with white, green, and blue embellishments tile the walls and floor. And it's basically a long, like a rectangular church-shaped hall with some offshoots of buildings, but very sleek and polished in comparison of everything else, at least the floors and walls themselves. But inside you see what looks to be, obviously you're familiar, but for everybody else, like many statues of previous saints of decay and death, ones that, while maybe weren't part of Morlun, are honored for their acts, especially servants of Ilmater, the god of endurance, one of healing, and one of relieving pain when someone's going to die. These statues are not maintained and are allowed to decay. Some of them are wooden, and you can basically not see their facial structure anymore. Their arms are falling off and such. And then you do remember there's like a back room at the end of the temple where the workers live, where you would go to, like, doing whatever task.
And it's been a minute. It's been quite a while.
Place
Yeah,
surprisingly
yes.
looks the same.
I guess I shall see if there's any priests around.
Elliot look like? What do you remember Elliot looking like? Because this is your lore now, so you can. No, I'm not forcing you to come up with everything.
Oh, no.
I'm giving you. I'll give you a character, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that guy.
I'm just finding it hilarious.
Elliot with the long hair. That guy.
Yeah, Priest Elliot. You know, he had, he was about 6 feet tall. You know, decent. You know, almost build. He wasn't exactly bald, but he was starting to bald. He was pretty decently old, brown
He
hair.
Hasman gold hair.
Yeah, basically.
He's decaying, so.
He's the king. The roach priest.
But yeah, he's such a great guy.
Oh. Ow. Stumbled over.
Hello, Priest Elliot. I've returned for now. I will have to leave soon, but I came to return this quarterstaff that Father Brian had before his demise.
Death's greetings. And he bends over to bow, and you hear his back crack like the comes. Ow. It's okay.
I'll do the same without the back cracking.
I assume Brian is gone.
Yes, he had been murdered by the Flesh Forge on his travel across water.
I see. May death be with him. And he puts his hands to the staff.
I shall hand it to him.
This will be like the others. He was a good man.
There's one less quarterstaff in the inventory.
And you notice him start to light the incense in that staff. You start waving around the room. I must get back to the bodies, but safe travels, friend.
Oh, may death be with you.
May death be with you. He hobbles away.
Maybe.
Cheerful guy.
Sure. Nice guy.
Not an age. Great guy.
Maybe we should check our house and see if we left anything behind that may be useful now. Because we didn't expect our whole lives to change in one day.
Let's go see if we can remember our the house.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure it was this purple one right here.
Because either that is either in the death or the living. The two separate houses. I feel like we were living in the death side.
Yeah, like I'm 90% sure we were.
I think it was like this one or something. Yeah. But yeah, I'll say regardless of where it's on the map, you guys know where your house was. It still is. A little more decayed than before. There's no sealant on the wood, so it rots like immediately. Like after a year after it's built, it's already like faltering.
That's nice. The house is nice.
And on purpose, like people here like to see that. We head back to your familiar house, but I will let you guys describe that, and within reason, of course, like belongings might be there that pertain to your profession and such.
Yeah, so we had like a million gold here. We had this.
Yeah.
I'm
Can
pretty sure we have a decent stash of Poe gems.
is it safe to say that Poe could have had a jeweler's kit?
Yeah, that's cool.
Pretty sure he should have.
Yeah, and I'm sure he would have more than one. Yeah, true, because I wouldn't have brought it with me over there. Oh my god, you just walk in and you see all my fucked up Emerald Pie Poe gems that I was making. It's just fucking sad at this point. So yeah, I'm going to go over to... At this point, it's indistinguishable from it's Herod's bed or Poe's bed in his mind. He just knows. He grabs from under his bed a jeweler's kit and equips it to him, just in case. Because he's starting to remember things that were not familiar to Herod, but to Poe.
You do notice though, like the remembrance is a bit altered because you are a giant lion, right? And you go to
Yeah.
the bed that you used to sleep in, but you like your hand. When you grab the bed, your hand is like 1/6 of the surface area of the fucking bed because you were a little guy.
I was tiny, bro.
This little baby
be 3 feet tall.
Now I'm just huge. I'm just like throwing my shit around.
And both you guys are small. I would say too. It's probably not a very tall.
Yeah, I'm just hunching.
No.
Just hunch over. You're like
You're
Gandalf
not.
in the hospital, just hitting the fucking chandelier.
That'll be some views. I'm gonna take up something that he was proud of, anyways. Anything you need to grab?
Oh, let me see if I can remember. Honestly, I feel like I kept everything with me. I guess I could probably take some of the stencils of these graves, you know, give them to the cemetery workers, see if they can make use of them. Just some stencils for different graves.
As like more memories start to come back, am I able to like eventually gain proficiency with the jeweler's tools?
I would say so. I would say like, because anyone can obviously over time gain proficiency through training. I would say it would just be a much easier process
For sure.
because you can kind of kick in your other soul that's inside.
Very true.
I'll say that you're, if you want, you're Al, you go over and give the gravestone templates or whatever I'm going to call them, but
Stencils.
the stencils.
You know, different designs that they can make that, you know, could be applicable.
And Gendry happily takes those and rushes back to the temple.
Alright, well, I mean, we kind of checked out a majority of the, you know, the death side. You guys want to check out the life side?
It would be nice to go see Mithra and see if she can see Poe throughout this nonsense. She was always
Yeah, it looked,
better.
looks pretty nice over there.
Okay, mate. It's pretty nice over here too, you know.
I'm
It's
pretty
pretty
freaked
good.
out over here.
Yeah, okay. Technically part
And
cat.
I look to my right, and there's a bone of, like, probably some dude named Jeffrey just sticking out of the
Dude,
ground.
that's so funny. I was just after you were done talking. I was gonna be like, as you say that, you look and you see just a human skull and spoil looking right at you.
And mind you, it's a skull on there, but it's in fine print, Jeffrey.
Sure, Jeffrey, also known as Jeff.
Like, what is Jeff doing here? Like, go to the other side.
Alright, I can...
Well, he's just the guardian of the bridge. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, I can tell. I'm going to the other side. I'm going over there.
I could show you my workplace.
Is it on the side that's not scary?
Yes, it is the jeweler. It's the first building we'll see across the bridge. Owned by a... I never really understood her race, because, like myself, Herod, Poe was not one for this land. But she was very short like he was. So, hopefully, with some key memories I can remember, and, you know, my Poe gem, she will recognize the soul within me.
I have a question for me. Also, this is probably a question that will help everyone else out. Like, with the stuff that's happening on the main continent, does it seem like this is a very busy town now? Like, does it seem like people have fled to Morloom?
I guess I could just tell the two guys that used to live here from perspective. The population looks to be almost the same. And the behavior is the same. Almost as if they're kind of accepting of whatever happened.
This town...
So is this like a busy town, or is it a little bit more reserved?
It's purely balanced.
I wouldn't say busy, but it's populated like enough for the size. It's not a crowded city. Pretty wide streets, but there's a good like few dozen people walking around here and there.
Okay, so it's not like walking around Tokyo or something like that.
No, it's not like the city you might go to.
Okay. Well, foreshadowing.
Fucking jerk, man.
I don't know what that city is, but I'm ready.
I'm going to walk up to the jeweler. Does the building still seem to be operating?
And she was a halfling, right?
Yes. She was a halfling.
And I totally forgot her whole backstory.
She was just, I will just say just like a 2-word summary. She was just like she's kind of like a hippie lady that you'd think might be like kind of a medium type deal. She was just always saying weird things like that. As I walk in, I will look to the familiar counter to see
You're
if
a bong getting ripped.
I'm home.
What the fuck?
Reggae on the
I'm just
Alright,
looking
yeah, you
for
walk
right now.
you walk in, that did that. You walk into the familiar jeweler shop with many exquisite goods. You hear the sounds of like polishing the grindstone in the back. Nobody up in the front here.
Then I will call out, Miss Mithra, are you here?
The grinding stops. You hear pitter pattering low to the ground. And she appears. What does she look like?
She's short. I remember she had like strangly like purple hair. She's a little bit older, like she's an older lady, but like a very mom type character, like stocky, short.
Why, hello there.
Hello, I have some news to bring to you, and you might not be able to believe it, but the Poe you knew before that helped you with the shop, he has gone to a world of changing, and his soul now resides with me. And if I know this may be hard to believe, but this gem in my chest that you'll recognize as a Poe gem is now the symbol in which he lives and gives me my power.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh shit. Actually, no, she tries to kill us because she doesn't believe it.
Dirty 21.
I'm just going to
I know.
All for this memory pie.
Sounds like he may not be thinking.
No,
His soul is not forfeit.
I can feel he's out there somewhere, in a realm we don't quite understand yet. But as I entered this island, I felt him stronger than I have before, like his memories are all mine now.
I see. There's no place for that to flourish, yes. To grow. Vibrant as ever, I see. With the pojam shining a bright purple.
He says there finally were something now.
He was always the jokester.
Maybe one day you'll meet with him again, as I was never long for this real world anyways.
Perhaps so, but mention of that other realm, I don't know. They talk about a realm of shifting entities, a nightmare and a fantasy. I would be afraid of such a thing. And the ease at which one's soul apparently can be tied to a realm, yes?
Yes, it's unfortunate.
A single symbol, a single Valinor card in the flesh binds your soul to that realm.
And it seems by day they're getting stronger, and now I hear they're not even dying anymore. This is a mess.
Yes, they are a bad scourge. We like scourges in the east, but this one is not natural. It is not a locust swarm. It is unruly. The balance is lost in the mean. And the thought of souls not resting is very sad. I have thought about some practices that are done to help one be free from Valnon's corruption.
This is highly sensitive information. You must keep that within yourself and the people you trust, or else they'll come for you first.
corpse, you would be immune from it. It is horrific, but it does work.
These, where are they teaching these things? Who is this person offering this sort of ordeal? Because our friend over here, it seems he's on the fast track.
He would look already like a member, surely. Quite a devotee, nose and lips. This is truly one that, well, it's in Jurg that after that attack, an uprising, a new faith, you could call it, the Lithic Order, where the believers, over time, scar their whole bodies and become lithic, their skin becoming scarred stone.
Oh, God.
Not actually stone, but resilient like stone.
What side are they on?
They are on the side that opposes the flesh forged Valinons entirely. But it is not that I don't know much, but the politics, you could say, in Jurg has changed. It is similar to the fall of Olten before they were taken. We have become more tyrannical. This, while the Chancellor, the leader of Jurg, is still in control, his control is waning, and the influence of the Lithic Order is growing and possibly taking over. They abhor Valinons. They do not allow any entity with them to exist inside the city anymore. You must be careful if you ever go there.
Alright, so Doctor can't go. Got it.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. If you look at the man now, would you even be able to tell he has them?
That is a good point. It is a lot harder to, yes. But you may want to hide it if you can. Or, I never really mentioned it, but, like, Valinons, while it is a physical scar, it is something that you don't really know until you reveal other layers where there is an imprint of the symbols that travels through to your bone. So, even though it is burned and warped away, there is like a darkness that is kind of going down the Valana symbols. So they're very faded, but if someone got a good look, they could notice.
So, as we all stand here, and you are very wise to the cause, Mithra, just off the fact, say he transformed back into his normal human form and he's not bird-like, and we sort of maybe even disguised them or covered these, there would be a chance for us to get him in.
Yes, I would say so. They do perform body checks where you must strip. It is unfortunate, but they are very cautious nowadays, understandably, of spies and such. But if you were to perhaps use an illusion or even to cover it up physically, they would likely be very distracted by his burnt flesh and assume he is part of the order.
Well, do you...
Or the opposite of abomination.
It's been a while. Do you think Hova would have some sort of elixir that could, change his form for time being, or polymorph him particularly? Maybe.
Perhaps so, yes. I know she has worked in that field, but those ingredients are quite rare. There might only be a small stock of such things.
Well, if anything is true, it's that fate has brought us here anyways. That is truly why we're back. We're getting blessings from their gods, and 2 of which have happened already, and if fate foretells it, then me and Doctor will as well. And we'll be putting to stop to an age-old religious warfare, and hopefully aligning the world back on track. And I do not know if that includes the Forge, but it's a start, right?
Yes, any step in trying to regain balance is a good step. It sounds like you and your partner are ones to
This information, it is duly noted. I appreciate it. And one last thing. Poe's wondering if he can pick up his last paycheck and get some gold. He's been bitching about that for a few weeks now.
You know, I kept it his workstation.
He's a little dunt. Alright. I go, and I almost just immediately recognize which workstation is his, and I go to check it.
My pouch, you were counted.
Oh, good shit. I thank you. Thank you. And I guess we will be on to Hovas quickly. Of course.
Must let life flourish and grow what withers yet.
That is very true. And may long life be with you, Mithra. Okay. So Doctor, how are you feeling about that?
What, you just need me to change my appearance? Is that I'm kind of lost on.
So, here's the thing. It is more than changing appearance. We need you in a human form, and we need you to be completely unseen of Valinats. So you'd have to purposefully attempt to not show that mentally, and there might be something we can get for you that fully hides that physically. And then we can enter this city.
Okay, yeah, no, okay, I do understand. I've just been waiting. You do realize I can just change my appearance, right?
Yes, but your Valinats will probably still be showing.
No, I hit him.
But we could still tell, right? You said they're down to the bone. Like if somebody that knows.
If you look close enough, yeah, you might be able to get them. But no, I reshape my flesh. I mean, I don't have much of it left, but I'm sure I can stretch some across.
Well, yeah. So I would say it is a bit different in his case because he's like a shapeshifter. He has unnatural powers of shifting. Like in his neutral form, you can definitely see the scars. Even though they're quite faint under his burnt flesh.
So.
But I would say, yeah, if your character can literally like remove flesh, you could move the scar tissue to cover the like divots that are the Balanon scars.
That is what we need from you.
I decided what I look like, including my height, weight, facial features, sound of my voice, hair, length, coloration, and distinguishable features. That's my change appearance modification for my subclass. So yeah, I can distinguish in characteristics that'd be like scars and shit. So I can physically hide them. I just can't magically hide them.
Okay, so that's actually probably perfect.
A magical presence. I can't really do anything about that if someone senses that, but I can at least get the visual.
I'm sure they would understand. You could be like a patient zero of sorts. I mean, you literally survived the sun. Barely. Well, you didn't survive the sun. We brought you back, but you faced the sun and you won.
I completely died. I saw God, and he was not happy with me.
Were we told, I don't remember because it's been a while, were we told where we had to go here to get Doctor to the Bison God?
It was mentioned, really the only detail mentioned was that Gedalin, the Earth Joy Spirit, is in the roaming steppe.
Roaming Steppe.
So we just gotta make our way to the Roman steppe.
Oh yeah, we're like right there. So are we on our way? Do you wanna, I mean, we're not much of a rich town, but there are definitely some markets that you can check. We have a smithy. I don't know if you needed to, Shadow.
No, I don't think so.
I can't really My arm is my sword, so that's pretty much what I'm good with.
Okay. I guess before we head out, I do want to see what elixirs Hova has. She's always cooking up some hog wild shit.
Let's see. I think I have a dog. What's that?
Once again, dusting it off.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Al, you need to bring your fucking mirth wine to the theater of mirth. To fucking crossover.
I mean, I can. I've only got one bottle.
Just fucking smash it on the doorstep and christen it.
Don't think they would appreciate it.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I got it pulled up. But we'll do like maybe like a 3-minute break.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
So yeah, the jeweler lady gave us a lot more lore than I was expecting. Like, what the fuck? Chad, you write that down?
No.
The salt fins is bugs. The salt fins is bugs, people. Sam, did you pop a gummy?
You might.
I'm surprised you popped one last night. Oh, dude, nah, he'd have a fucking trip out if he took 2.
3?
First time I got high, I took 2. But that was not as long lasting as me taking one of these.
Dude, and you, like, came in my room and asked me some shit, like, it feels like, you, like, said something like, oh, it feels like I'm running or walking or something. I'm like, oh, you're probably just high as fuck.
I don't remember. Wait, was it yesterday? Or
No,
was it
the first time, the very first
Okay.
time.
And no, that was basically me saying everything is looking like a picture. Like it's like
Yeah, and I was like, huh?
like everything I'm looking at, it looks like frame by frame. Shit's happening, and then it's I can't remember what happened in the previous frame.
Remember a couple of months ago when Sam fell asleep before the end of our session? He started like sleep talking.
Yeah, and there was a ghost in his room because we watched the video and the chair moved by itself.
By the way, no windows were open during that time.
Dude, it was like winter.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta take a piss.
I have returned. Oh no, I'm all alone.
No, you're not. I'm just not speaking.
Oh, you high as fuck, motherfucker.
Not yet, but I guess I will.
Not
be.
yet.
Am I doing anything tomorrow? I think I do. Plus, I'm able to get 12 hours of sleep with this gummy.
I'm fucking baked.
Damn.
I got 3 left just from sticking to the side wall.
Are you still eating that first bag? Have you tried the new ones?
No, I haven't.
Those ones are strong.
I'll open one of those when I'm done these. Oh, this one's gonna last a while.
What is it, oily?
Yep.
That also just comes from them, like, steeping, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a wine.
That lasts like 26 hours, bro.
I'm gonna walk in and Sam's be sleeping in the chair again.
Hey, at least it's not gonna hit until after the session's over.
Dude, Mike, like, thought you
This
died
time
last
he's,
night.
This time he's gonna be upside down.
For real?
Chair.
He's gonna be levitating.
What happened, Tommy?
Mike, like, thought you were
Got a
came
hold
in
of
your
him.
room and was like, "Are you good?"
I don't remember sleeping or him call my name multiple times.
He
I
did.
remember watching.
No,
And then he asked me if I need anything. It's like, I could use some water, and gave me a cup of water.
dude, because you were zipped out in your chair. You're zooted.
Bro, So if you any of you guys go to live, get the RSO long lasting, bro. This shit.
Yeah, anyone that smokes weed knows what Rick Simpson oil is what you give to, like, cancer patients. Like, that shit's strong as fuck.
Yeah, I can tell.
But I don't think it's real RSO because that shit comes in, like, a tube that you have to get prescribed and it's like fucking black tar.
I mean, it probably just.
It probably just means you're gonna get high as fuck.
I have no idea what any of this means.
Rick Simpson oil is like,
high as fuck.
it's like the fentanyl of fucking RSO or of weed. Like,
Nice.
like
That
one little
compared to
drip will,
regular gummies. This is technically me taking like 3 of them.
they're like a drip of the fucking RSO. Like, the real shit will get you fucking baked all day. Like, it's literally for like end stage cancer treatment.
Sam's gonna be fucked.
Yeah,
You got a hot dog?
he's still barely sober off the last one.
Yeah, like the last one is like just came fully out like 30 minutes ago.
Dude, one time you need to pop a gummy, then we need to go to Dairy Dan.
That sounds like
That'll-
quite the adventure.
That'll change your fucking life.
Yeah, but I'd have to walk.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We can just walk.
Alright. So, as you guys are walking around to Ova's, you see like a signpost advertising new map update. It's literally like a new version of the Argo.
Guess we'll pick one up like a newspaper. Can Hova just be like a tall fucking red-haired druid or something?
I can do that.
Just like mystical as fuck, like kind of as zesty as the dude in the fighting pit area.
Oh, a guy. Okay, yeah.
I saw Arva for the first time today, and I'm getting to see 2 versions of it.
No, like dead ass. Like you probably picked one of the best plays as like a starting kit for Arva.
It's funny, I didn't even think about going to Moreland, but it's fun to go back there.
Dude, because that was literally where that's ground zero where the whole session started. We were taking the ship there.
I will do this. I'll make this one smaller and make other ones bigger.
Okay.
Let's look at the missing. Oh my god, there's
Ow.
a lot of holes gone.
I'll do the remarkings. So this is portal. Oh shit. I can't draw on it.
Move it. I'm
Oh
gonna move
shit.
it real quick. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna make it bigger.
That's what she said.
Oh shit. I came back
Whoa.
for a map change.
Oh, the scar. That's what she was saying. Holy shit.
Bro, new open?
Wait, so the pont is gone. Holy shit. Fuck pont.
So you say fuck font out loud, Silas. You hear that?
Sorry. They fucked up my boy.
No, I'm fucking with that.
No, I'm a slap him.
I'll take it. I deserve it.
I'm gonna slap his ass.
So I had I feel like it didn't look as good on the main map, like having it there always. But I can kind of just well, fuck. Now I kind of want to show you the other version. But basically, it was just outlining territories.
Okay.
Being the skin lands looking. Now it looks like a penis. That's great.
That looks like a peen, bro.
And then the allies. Whoa, shit. The allies were basically this.
Sure.
Nice.
Like
Hey, that looks insane.
the allies of Jurg. and Basilica and Kalawa, which you had literally recruited basically both of them.
Oh, I'm gonna make this smaller.
Jerk.
Crazy.
Which
But
we
I will
do need
erase that.
to talk to
How do I resize this shit? Oh.
It looks like a hairdryer.
Red Guy.
No, it looks like a penis.
Oh no, it is
No.
Basilica,
We
though.
gotta be good. We gotta be good people. It's a hairdryer.
Oh, sorry. Basilica is that X. Because that's
Oh, okay.
that temple, which is that's the city that the children sold.
Okay.
Not city, but that little-
The big red line. What the fuck?
You guys think I could solo the Flesh Forge?
You'll be back a fucking skin cat. I mean, technically you could, because you'd be a forever soldier. Ooh, baby, I love the way. Oh damn!
How
Remember
can you beat an empire that's growing that fast?
kill the fucking queen ant, whatever queen bee.
You know who that is?
No, there's got to be. It could be anything. It could be a person. It could be a catalyst. It could be anything.
Oh, the Flesh Forge? Are you all talking
Yeah.
about the leader of the Flesh Forge?
Yeah, who keeps it running?
Yeah, give us that lore.
Hold on, let me avail.
While
Yeah,
this
we're doing
version
it.
will not be like official for the YouTube release, what I did mention to him is like she was called. They would call her the Flesh Queen. It's basically a royal family that claim to have been the first. I mean, I'll tell Silas will know this, so I can say he can tell everybody. I'll be telling Silas. So the royal family that rules the Flesh Forge claims to be descended from the first people that started making abominations. Basically, there was an ancient society that claims to have been gifted the language and only used it to promote long life and heal. Some of them decided to try new combinations of the symbols, and it resulted in horrific transformations. They were outcasted and then formed the Flesh Forge, which has been around for now a very long time. But now they're ramping up and starting to invade.
Okay. So that makes sense.
Okay.
So do you know where they reside in the Flesh Forge? Do they live there? Or are they in a different place? Or do they just confident in staying where they are?
Are they nomadic? Do they move?
That's what I'm saying.
Flesh Forge? No, they have their city. Or their the headquarters, whatever you want to call it.
Is that where the family stays?
It's been so long, I don't truly remember.
I would say for these I can answer because a lot of that stuff I never even told you too because we've never really had to ask about it.
No,
But,
exactly. I was.
but it's good
asking.
now because you're
Yeah.
like coming back and fuck, this is a pretty. But yeah, so no, they're not nomadic. They live in the Flesh Forge. Basically, the only two main constructs here are the Flesh Forge in New Olton, and then also the port here. They have like Port Town. But the rest of it, not illustrated on the map, are like presented dead sculptures of malformed abominations, where new, possibly novice sculptors of the Flesh Forge were carving symbols fucked up, and it results in a horrific thing that just dies. And they leave these everywhere. So they obviously take all the resources and trees and stuff, and then just fill it with these sculptures honoring your god.
How do we get in there?
Well, we'll have to learn to infiltrate somehow. I mean, we've made friends along the way. We have an army that will back us.
We're gonna need one hell of an army.
If the camaraderie still is going on between the two parties, we might not have numbers, but we have mind. Which, these are just mindless beasts. There's few of them that show strict intelligence, though, but I think it's more of just taking out the flesh pile.
Well, where are we off to?
The roaming steppe. To go
The roaming step was where the next,
god is.
what are they called? Deity? Deity.
Deity.
Call them spirits, but you can call them like I would say demigods,
Fair.
but I do call them like the god of the fire. So
Can you-
it's kind of
Can you say the name of the earth god one more time?
yeah, Gedolin.
Gedolin. It's the
That's a
bison,
nice name.
right?
Yeah, so Gedolin is described in Wrong as a towering stone bison that walks across the roaming steppe with a city made of stone on its back, with people that live in it.
That won't be hard to spot. We just gotta find where she'll be.
Oh, fuck, 'cause we're going back to Zoe.
It's like that life turtle or whatever, but with a bison. So each of these are like guard tower things, are where the flesh forge is.
Yeah, so the Flesh Forge builds these guard towers made of reclaimed materials, wood and stone, and then inlaid with sculptures of abominations and parts, where they'll take a figure, mutate them so their skin stretches to enormous lengths, and then slice it off and drape it, and you basically have this wall of flesh covered
Jesus.
in Valinor.
So probably our best case scenario is leaving from behind the Baron of Life's house and just getting to the roaming steppe from there. And I don't think we need to call for Ceravos. I could just have Toro take trips. I mean, at this point, all we have is time. There might even be like a boat of some sort. Isn't that how we got there originally? We took a boat?
Don't remember.
Trying to
Morlum does have boats, yes.
I want to see if I can fly.
Morlum has boats. Like before, they would take boats to
Right.
Bolton. But
You
now
do.
you do notice. I guess now that you mentioned that, when we'll say like you look out westward, you don't see much use out of that little dock there.
Mm-hmm.
But there would be mention of people who would ask like a dock to the south, where they now do take trips. People have been starting to travel through the roaming steppe to get to Jurg.
That's like 5 miles, right?
Yeah. A few miles. And the water itself right here is. Probably like 3 miles. 3, 4, something like that.
Well, we could take
Yeah,
that
4
way.
miles is the same distance from that bay we were in earlier.
Oh, so that's not bad at all. We might not even have to pay for his service. If he wants to test how I was flying, and they're like, if we get to that edge, is there any like, not even canoe? Canoe's the wrong word, but like rowboats?
Yeah, they would have rowboats at the dock.
So say we could each just take one. The small guy can ride with the Kiki. We could just get there. If you want to fly, Shadow, you can.
You guys would need, if everyone just wanted to take boats, it'd be 3, because there's a few large characters.
Right.
Well, only one large, but so you would pick up almost the entire weight of one, maybe plus one half small creature.
Yeah, I'll have the
I don't
baby on
know,
my
I would say
chest.
3.
Are you gonna test out your flying, Shadow?
What's up?
Are you gonna test out your flight?
I don't think I can fly unless I get some like super velocity out of like using existing flame. These wings are not capable of that.
If only you had a parachute or something. Then you could just like come.
Parachute.
You
What
just-
about a parakeet?
Exactly.
Do I have a parachute?
Because I say you could just be like a hot air balloon.
Yeah, that was my thought, was somehow being able to maintain altitude if I was pushing flame downwards, but I don't think I'd be able to do that. And I don't have any flame to use,
That is true.
so I'll have to use a boat.
Row the boat. All right, I'm gonna get up in the boat. I guess my single boat, have the baby on my chest, and Toro's just gonna fly above. It's like a scout.
Assuming everyone else boards the boat, begins paddling south.
Yep.
Alright.
Paddle,
Everybody make
paddle.
perception checks
Oh
as you travel, as you take this journey.
no. 19.
Okay. I didn't do too well.
Am I in the boat? Who's in the boat with Herod? Like,
Just the baby.
just the baby? Okay.
I mean, I'm rolling for my dog, who I said was being a lookout above me. He rolled a 15. I don't know if he counts towards my +3 though. I wasn't adding that. He has a +3 naturally with his modifier.
I would say it's a pretty calm travel. Nobody sees anything in the skyline or approaching the land here in the roaming steppe as the chill wind rushes in from the south. But Silas, you do notice that there's a little fire on the watchtower over here.
Fire's not good.
They're probably just
Unless,
burning
is
more
it like a
corpses.
signal fire, or is it like the
Like a
multiple
signal fire. A signal fire on the top.
That's probably not good either.
No. No, that, I don't think that's good at all.
That's significantly worse.
Um,
We just need to get to land before we get frogged. For real.
Silas, you see for just a brief second a dash of movement in limbs, blur that then disappears on a hill that is heading towards the land you guys are swimming towards.
We're gonna lance this motherfucker.
yeah, can I make a quick check to see if I can't tell what it is at all?
Oh, yeah, you
Make
know that shit.
another perception. Okay.
23.
This mass of tangled flesh, even though it's just a blur, you recognize the horrifying movement of it. This body of limbs and heads, torsos, hands, feet, covered in acidic skin, and it rolls very quickly as all these limbs push and pull. Is a bundler. They take many forms, as bundlers are formed when Valinauts are carved incorrectly, because Valinauts are carved into valid chains, which are arrangements of them. When a valid chain is incorrect, it can cause a warping, a rapid mutation of matter around it.
This
These
is
are
a
sometimes-
disaster.
These are sometimes done on purpose, with many bodies, many people chained and put next to the subject, and a carver that knows they are doomed, which then forms a bundler, a mass of multiple souls now tied to one being.
You just talked about this in one of your videos, didn't you?
I didn't go into that depth, actually.
I recognized, like, it sounded like they
I
almost...
did have a... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I remember you literally said something, like, you said something just now that you almost was a direct quote, and it, like, locked me in.
Yeah, so it's basically part of the mention, like a side effect of handling the card incorrectly. They can cause this rapid mutation, a catastrophic reaction, and it can result in a bundler, as well as many other.
So yeah, we might be fucked, but, it's been a while since we fought the Forge. They've probably grown strong as we have.
Oh, they very much have. 'Cause I don't think I've ever seen one that fucking big.
I just start, like, pedaling Robo faster.
No, me. You said it was swimming.
Dude, that would be fucked.
The thing is, you don't see it right now. So the roaming step, like, there's a little bit of elevation change, and it's like, every now and then you'll see a bump of it, like, I can let you know as you travel, but you notice it was heading in your direction, like, you know, along the coast. But it's not in the water, it's rolling on the land.
Dude,
That's not what I meant. I meant your direction, I meant where you're heading.
Okay.
Shadow, just so you know, this is, or I guess Cameron, this is a fucking horror game when we get back to Arva. This is different than those Opla.
Cameron, you ever played Dead Space?
It's like the forest.
It's like the forest and the Dead
I wanna
Space.
go home. It's scary
That's-
here.
That's definitely an issue. Oh fuck! Why do I hear boss music?
Are we close to the shore?
Yeah. How
And
far?
as you guys
Oh,
are
right.
you're rapidly battling, and every now and then, now you guys are looking, and every now and then you see this fucking tangle of limbs. It is a huge creature, tumbling through the hills, super quick. It's really frightening. It's traveling extremely fast. Traveling, I mean, I don't know how many miles per hour, but it's going like a very fast horse carriage.
I gotta ask, do you have a co-pilot for this?
That's the thing. So, my co-pilot, I didn't have time to make a new version, but this is a smaller version of a bump. But just imagine more limbs and horses and such.
Oh, so it's gonna be this.
So it's scarier.
Yes. Exactly. I was almost gonna make one, but I was like, I'm not gonna eat. Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. I gotta go to creature guild. Fuck, I saved it under a different name. I will find it. It's just in a mass of images here.
Gotcha. Trying to think while you do that, because I don't know what the fuck. How far away from it are we?
A few miles.
Shit.
Okay, there we go.
As we get closer to the shore, when we do, I'm gonna call Toro down to, like, my side, and I'm going to wrap the baby
God.
Bjorn, like, on him to where the baby's fit, like, looking up at the sky, and I'm gonna have him, like, 30 feet in the air, away from this beast. So I will not have Toro in the fight, if we fight him.
Oh, okay, I got you. That's very smart. Okay. You strap him to Toro. He flies up. And you paddle, and then get to land. The wind, the roaming steppe, rushes in from the south, and it is chilly out here. The golden grass sways up past the beach. You do not see the creature you have been worrying about for a little bit now, as there is a bit of an incline from the beach to the upper region. Like not inland, a bit of an ascent. Like, yeah, that's what.
It's crazy. I was like, can I almost do a smell check? Because you know these guys smell like shit.
Right, yeah. Make a perception check.
I too would like to do something while he's doing that.
Perception.
Let him do his thing first.
My dice is covering everything.
13.
13.
Smell anything out of the ordinary?
Okay. I got nothing, Doc. What you got?
I'm gonna do something that I don't think I've done since I got it. But you remember a few months ago when I got that counter Valinot parchment? I wanna take a look at it. While we're finishing row in our boat.
Alright. You're gonna be looking, kind of reading it while moving with the party.
Yeah, I wanna see, like, is it just a paper with, like, Valinot chains on it? Is it, you know, what is it, for one? And is it something I can copy, or comprehend, or use in some way?
Yeah, I would say you can make some rolls here. I can kind of just describe because it's been a while since I gave that to you. But it's basically describing opposite symbols of common symbols that are known, common Valinons, where it's not like a direct inversion of a symbol, but it's a different one that's slightly similar that has like a counteracting effect where it describes if a valid chain is carved for a specific effect. Valid chains can be known to, like one can be a poison gland valid chain. Makes a poison gland to grow under your skin where your blood and saliva becomes poisonous. If you know the opposite versions of those valid Valinots, you can carve a new valid chain near the area and attempt to revert the process. But it details like that there's only a few symbols known that are the opposite versions, or even just assumed opposite. They're not even sure if that's the case, but that's kind of the theory.
Not super useful at the moment.
It's like just the breaking point, like just discovering this, and then that guy did die, right?
I believe so.
He was in the cabin. Yeah, his skeleton was in the tub of the sea still.
Oh, that's the day I had the crazy panic attack. I thought I was dying.
I believe so.
I think
Okay.
so.
So I'm gonna just put that away. Yeah, I got nothing else. I got nothing I heard.
I think we just prepare for what is on the other side of this.
Does Kiskoski look like she took the boat ride pretty well?
She seemed to enjoy it. In fact, she was sitting at the back, pedaling, or like the engine or whatever, with her tail.
Like, I'm always gonna say it. Such a good girl.
As he says that, though, like, how does her body language looking after? Because I guess because I'm like attuned to like creatures in a sense, like mounted creatures. Like, does her body language look any different? Like, does she sense anything? Maybe.
So make an animal handling check. Actually, for her senses, do a nature check.
Terrible, but hope for the best. Got 12.
I would say it's hard for you to tell behavior because you actually make note of the visual difference, where she seems to be much more moist and glistening, like a thicker layer of mucus kind of is forming around her skin, kind of overcompensating for the fact that she is now in a drier environment.
Oh.
Humid areas, and she does seem to, in some patches, be drying up every now and then.
Well, I'll keep that in mind. She's mucusing.
I'm gonna mucus.
Jesus.
Sorry, it just reminds me of cheeky filming.
True.
Oh, it's a little gay.
That's the point, man.
Get the point, man.
The point.
Okay, so she doesn't seem to be reacting to anything. Maybe we're good. Maybe we're fine. How close are we to the shore?
Let's run and get the fuck away from this thing.
Are you running somewhere in particular?
Are we on the shore already?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You guys have been on the shore. I mentioned that, but yeah,
I mean, I guess we just go look for the giant mammal with a city on its back.
We're just gonna ignore the fucking.
Well, I mean, there's nothing we can really do about it right now. Maybe it's just like a watchdog or something.
I don't think that we want. I don't think we want that, considering it's probably seen us.
Well, I guess we just gotta keep our eyes open. I mean, it was. Did it look big?
yes.
That's an
huge
understatement.
So we would for sure know if it was coming from within at least like a quarter of a mile, no?
You would think, but it's the flesh forge we're dealing with.
That is true. We just need to get into watchdog stance and just keep each other safe. Because we don't know where it could come from. We're in somewhat of a vulnerable area, I'm guessing from the way this map looks. We just have to cross that river, probably.
I don't like it, but I suppose we just keep going. I don't want to deal with that thing any more than you do.
Well, that's why we have to keep each other safe in these times. I'll keep. I guess I've seen you point to the direction. I will keep watch on that direction to see if I see anything strange.
Make a perception check as you guys continue towards continue inland towards the river.
Dirty 20.
You continue traveling for about another 30 minutes, and you do get a glimpse of the bungler. Now, it looks to be about a mile away on the horizon. It's traveling very fast. Could be there in a couple minutes.
Guys. I'm just gonna point over to the bundler fucking bundling to our area. That thing's moving very fast.
Well, yeah, when you have 60 fucking legs,
It should.
that moves to like 300.
I don't think we can outrun it. This is where we take our defensive stance. I'm assuming it's still bundling.
What's around us at the moment, me?
Make a perception check, if all of you guys, if you can look for minute changes, because right now you are walking through. I forgot to describe how tall it is.
I'm looking for like bastions of us to hide behind or like take defensive stances.
So that's the thing. Where you're at, you have left the water. You're in the middle, looking all around you. Tall, golden grass. About 2 feet tall to 1 feet tall. Golden grass swaying in every direction. And then in the distance, a few moments of elevation. A few small hills. But here, I'll look at your guys' goals.
I think we just need shadows.
Herod and Al and Silas. You don't have to roll if you don't want to, but so Silas, you only see golden swaying grass.
And that's a lot of grass.
Herod, you notice that there is a bush that is slightly taller in the distance. That is also it's like a golden bush, a little bit taller than the grass. That is more solid. You could possibly hide behind, but other than that, Al. You see another bush, another collection of bushes on the other side, which can hold a few more people that, if they wish, it's like a more solid thing to hide behind other than the swaying grass. But other than that, it's just open field swaying grass.
It's probably gonna see us go into that, so I guess I'll go into my bush and I'm readying my shifted lance.
Now, so does this? What kind of dirt does this ground look like? You said it was like deserty ish.
It's like a steppe, so it's dry, cold earth, kind of coarse. So it's not
So probably
super
wouldn't-
super nutrient rich. It's pretty dry and crumbly.
probably wouldn't match the 2,000-ish pounds of very rich soil that I was hoping we could cover ourselves with.
Absolutely not. It's very different. It's like a pale grayish brown soil compared to like the deep reddish brown soil that you have in your bag.
Mm-hmm.
But it does conceal, color and stuff. That can definitely help with your camouflage. But it's not like the same color as the soil. Then again, you don't really see the soil. You mainly just
Well, I guess our best bet is either hunker down or go to one of these bushes.
I think hunkering down's our best bet.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm going to ready an action of the moment which it gets in 10 feet range. I'm going to attack it with my shifted lance.
Alright. Give me, so the thing is, right, it is approaching, and if you are going to attack when it gets close, there will very likely be a combat. So, it's up to you guys. You want to go for combat?
I mean, I'm down to fight it.
Or stop it, because I'm down.
I do have to pick up my brother at 12:30, so it depends on how long it goes.
You got like 8 attacks.
Like 30 minutes.
It's 11:30 right now.
How far away is the place you have to go?
It's MJR, so 15 minutes. Not MJR. Imagine. 15 minutes there, 15 minutes back.
So we gotta whoop his ass in 30 minutes.
You guys think we can?
And I mean, if you don't finish, we technically could pause during play.
True.
I can just save where everyone is at, and then someone writes down, and I can write down.
I'm also streaming it, so
Yeah, I'm good to go until 12.
The initiative should track as
Yeah.
long as you don't end the encounter.
Yeah, it will save if you're using D&D Beyond. I'm good to go until 12.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I just need like a minute and a half here because I had a map and it didn't save, but it's super easy because it's a grass plane. I'm just gonna make it real quick.
I'm just going over the shifted weapons thing that we never got to actually put into use right now. When you say abominations, like these are the abominations, right?
Yes.
Okay. When attacking abominations, roll 19 or 20, results in critical, extra, they deal radiant. Oh, damn, I'm about to do a shit ton of radiant. Bonus to hit. Damn, shifted's kind of OP.
As the map is saving and exporting, as you guys sit down, I will. You guys are huddling down in these bushes. All of you guys are hiding, correct?
Yes.
Or
I
so. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
said I would believe so. I mean, we can probably still, hide and be ready.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's what I meant. It's up to the individual person.
Oh, yeah, I'm still hiding.
Okay.
I'm hiding.
Everybody makes stealth checks.
I have a disadvantage, I think. I do.
I don't know if I
This is
have
windy.
an advantage for being so short.
Oh, that is so sad. I have a plus 10 and rolled a 13.
I got 2 of the same rolls.
Oh
I
no.
don't think we're doing too hot at this one.
No, boys, I think it's safe to say we're not hiding.
Ugh. Is there any corn in this field?
Make a perception.
Oh, nice.
Popcorn!
Oh shit, can I re-roll that?
If you have inspiration.
I don't. Oh shit. I really wanted some corn.
So you guys can. I'll say this. You can space yourselves anywhere, like in this vicinity. Up here is where it's heading from.
Toro and the baby are like 30 feet up in the air, hiding away from combat. They stay back.
That's a little bigger. Get the square a little more. I hate how unsteady my fucking model is compared to all of you.
I wonder how many times he's fallen over, like 103.
Oh, probably. Dude, every time I walk, look, he wiggles. Every
Ow.
time I set it down. Every single time.
All
I
that
always
guy
get
had to do
it
was-
all over.
He just had to give him a little pedestal, but he didn't. Whoever made it.
No, it's so, if I don't stop it. Over here. I'll stop flowing around the character.
I just closed the window that I need to look at. Hold on. I just closed the window to look at all the rolls, and I'm like, ooh.
It's over by Herod. Talk to him. Shadow, you're upside down.
Am I?
Yeah.
I didn't put myself like that.
You're dead.
Where's Shadow?
Okay, yeah.
Shadow.
Oh, I just now looked at all your guys' rolls. I didn't.
I'm just in pure ready land stance right now, ready to slice this bitch.
So just for an image here, it's not quiet, but what you can hear is Herod's chainmail just clinking in the wind. And his metal plates clinging.
Sorry, guys.
And Shadow with the now. What kind of armor do you have?
What's up?
What kind of armor do you have? Oh wait, that was a. Oh my bad. That was your. Okay, no, sorry. I thought your 6 was your stealth check. That was.
Oh no. My stealth check is a 13.
Okay. All right. You are crouched down in the bushes here, and the tall grass, and soon comes rumbling. Directly in your guys' direction, you see this pale mound rolling extremely quickly and blurry towards you. You see dots and flings of slime, like green acid that's spraying from it as it rolls. And all its limbs carry it very quickly, its hands and its feet, and it rolls. I'll read. This will be fine. Oh no, this is good. This is the bogline map.
Bogline.
I didn't get a figure for it, but it doesn't.
Bogline.
Fine. Alright.
Yeah. It's a Jewelblix.
It looks like a ginger root.
Oh, now he's a bundler.
Alright.
Is it ginormous? Like, is he bigger than me?
I have to get up one that's 4 squares.
I don't know how to play full square.
Alright.
4 score. 7 years ago.
It flings in close, and I accidentally walked it. It rolls in, and then you see it stop, and it's kind of an unnatural, immediate pausing of movement. And you see dozens of these heads twist and turn, and you see noses, part of no bodies, sniffing. And it starts to roll and crawl very slowly. Slowly for how it was going, at least before, but it's like going at a walking speed.
Hey, I have something I want to do. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to cast a mage hand right here. And then just have it shake some grass real quick before disappearing.
It's going to make a perception check as it approaches to while you do that. I'll roll with this. Oh shit, it completely... 7. Okay. Plus whatever. And you
just quick enough to shuffle some grass real quick and then disappear again.
You see the bundler kind of bend forward and to all directions as all these separate torsos stretch outward in a very disturbing way. You hear the cracking and shifting of spines in correct arrangements. And many of these heads turn into specific directions. Few of them hone in exactly where Herod and Silas are at. And another head looks over to the mage hand, and within a second, it lets out a screech from multiple heads and runs forward and makes an attack on Herod.
Oh shit.
Combat will start.
We roll initiative.
Real quick, what did the awakened bog-lime juice do again? I never actually got a description for it. It's the same. Wasn't it a poison?
The awakened boglime juice is very acidic.
Okay. That's what it was.
Alright, everybody roll initiative.
A fucking 8.
Nope. Actually. No, not yet. Okay. Ooh, okay. Alright, the bundler reaches out with one torso on a limb and slashes forward at you, Herod, having an attack range farther than 5 feet. Goes for an attack. 29.
That'll hit.
That'll be 21 bludgeoning damage. As it slaps you on the shoulder hard and kind of claws in some areas. And with that, combat starts and Shadow is up.
Okay. Where am I? Right here. I'm gonna throw out my echo. And I'm gonna take my attacks from my echo's position. You gotta go there. We are gonna use action surge here, so I'm also gonna use a point of incarnation. So I think I have 7 attacks.
Yep. There we go.
Alright,
Put
19.
the note in, increase health by 300.
Alright. That's 14 points of damage. Next attack has advantage because of my Dex.
Oh, Vex, yeah.
Okay. 29. That's gonna hit. Okay, that will be 12 points of piercing. This is all magical, by the way, if that matters. Normal attack. 23 to hit, that hits. 16 points of piercing damage. Next attack has advantage because of Vex. That's terrible, 18.
That will hit.
Okay. 13 points of piercing damage. 3 more attacks, okay? Normal attack. 25, that'll hit. 14 points of piercing damage. Next attack has advantage because of Vex.
Holy shit, okay. After this, I just read back on what I put on his character base, so we'll have to do some rolls.
Okay, 16.
But it will not be as many because I forgot. Because it could have changed.
Okay. Okay,
16
16?
will miss.
Okay, and then
Which
a
now
normal
means
attack.
now means you know the AC is 17. Because you got a 16 and a 18.
Okay. And then 20 to hit, that hits. 11 points of damage.
So, any creature that touches... Oh, sorry. I shouldn't. But you made a melee attack within 5 feet. So you take damage each time you do that. But I'm not
Okay.
going to do as many rolls because I didn't mention it
this-
as it happened.
This is all coming from my echo, by the way. So you can do as many
so your
rolls
echo
as you
will
want.
take. Yeah. Okay, I'll do the full.
Okay.
7 attacks?
7 attacks, 6 hits.
6 hits, okay. Alright, he takes 43 acid damage.
Okay. He disappears. I would assume probably after that last attack. I think he would have just fallen off. Yeah, he would have just fallen off. I am gonna use a point of reclaim potential. I'm gonna gain 2d6 plus 6 temporary hit points. Because my echo passed away. This is something new. 11 points of temporary HP. Okay. Cool. That is it.
Oh yeah, we'll have you right here, right? For 5 attack.
It was my
your
echo.
Never mind, my bad, my bad.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah, I keep forgetting.
I think I was right here.
Alright, Al, you're up.
Alright. Now that fun was over. Oh, I forgot to arrange my character size. That would be great. Whatever. I'm just gonna go up to him. Good enough. Staff snake. 15, that's a miss. That's also a miss. Okay, yeah, never mind. I can't do anything.
I'm still within 10. I'm 10 feet, right? I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, you're with him. He's like, there, I'll snap.
For sure. I just want to make sure I'm able to attack him with my lance. So, first bonus action, Shield of Faith, 10 minutes of plus 2 AC. And then I'm going to 13 miss, correct? Did that one misses. Holy shit. Roll low.
Roll a d20.
Got you. 12.
You almost plunge it into the ground and stick it there. but
Jesus.
pull it back.
Need to lock in. That'll be my turn.
Alright, Silas, you're up.
Okay, quick question. The grafted rapier. I don't know. I know it says for the next melee attack, but does that count multiple melee attacks in that turn? Like if I can attack like twice with a weapon.
The next melee attack is the next one. So
Okay,
it's,
so it only count for one of those two.
that's the extra damage, right?
No, the tentacles reach. I can
Okay,
extend.
I made that a while ago.
Yeah. As a bonus action, you can extend your grafted arm 5 feet, giving your next melee attack with grafted rapier reach 10 feet. Does that apply to just like the next? I know it says the next, but can that apply to multiple of the attacks with that rapier in that turn, or is it just the next one?
I will say it's not specified. I think it'd be cool if you could do the whole turn.
Okay. Cool, then I am gonna do this. I'm gonna step up right here with Herod. This is 10 feet, right? Bonus action, I'm gonna extend my fucking arm, which is something no one has seen me do yet, by the way. So I'm just this blackened, shriveled man with backward legs, fucking wings, and this rapier coming out of my arm that's 10 feet long.
You are the horror game.
And me. You're gonna love this one. I'm gonna attack him 6 times with my rapier.
Oh shit.
24. You said a 17 is the AC?
Yeah, so that's good.
Yeah, so 24 will hit for 12 piercing, magic piercing. 29 to hit. 11 damage. Nat 20.
Oh shit, well that's it.
14, and I gain. Oh, once that disappears. When you score a critical hit with this weapon, you gain temporary hit points equal to the total damage dealt by the base weapon. So I gain 14 temp HP. Then attack number 4. Dirty 20. For 9 damage. God damn it, Kevin, how did he do this? 21 to hit, 6 damage. And then it should be number 6, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure if it's 3 or, but yeah,
Yeah.
one more.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to be super quick.
And is it
That's
6 because of
apple.
the mutation you have or something?
So, with combat instincts, part of my current form, it gives me a second attack with my weapon. So I have 2 attacks, like just 2 base attacks, and then if I make those attacks with my rapier, I can apply my feats that I put on my melee shit, which gives me extra attacks if I attack with the rapier, Thirsting Blade and Devouring Blade.
Okay.
And that's
those,
not...
they're like free actions?
Yeah, it's Thirsting Blade. You gain an extra attack feature for your packed weapon only, and it can attack twice with the weapon instead of once when you take the attack action. And then Devouring Blade, the extra attack of your Thirsting Blade invocation confers 2 extra attacks rather than 1.
So it's 3 total?
So it'd be 3 total, but then you apply the combat instincts, which gives me another attack. Like another base attack, I can then apply Devouring and Thirsting again. For the 6.
Okay.
But that is a nat 1 on the last one.
Tragic.
Oh, God, I highlighted everything. A 5.
You, even though you're at a distance, you do stab into like an artery full of acid, so you'll take a little bit of damage.
I'll take it. I'm sure this sword has nerves in it at this point.
8 acid.
That will be it.
Alright. Bundler starts to shift. You see some portions of limbs pulling at opposite ends of the ground.
What?
Oh, hell.
Oh,
Meat,
Okay,
is
I'm
the
right
bundler
there,
the thing the music that's playing right now?
That is just a pure coincidental arm creature from that playlist I just found.
Okay.
I looked at it and I'm like, well, this is a song I use a lot for long versions.
That's fair. It just, looking at it now, it is a mass of arms, legs,
Yeah.
I see faces,
Yeah.
teeth, eyes, it...
Same as between the Twin Towers right now.
Okay, between this and what you sent, I really don't like the imagery of what we're fighting right now. This reminds me of like Gravelord Nito, but on steroids.
Yeah, it is a really horrid sight and it does smell disgusting. There are some portions of the body that are rotting and not even
all I know is if we take one of these out, it's gonna look real bad on Tommy's stream.
Nah, dude. Lock in. Lock in.
And this bundler here, and I think I've saved it from before. I have not.
They hit the second bundler.
Second bundler has a hit.
And they are covered. Well, sorry, I didn't describe. Okay, so they split. It's very quickly, but they seem like in a lot of pain as the body semi-clones, but also splits apart and regenerates. And this bundle over here breathes inward with its many mouths and spurts out this thick, tar-like black sludge in this cone. Everybody in the cone, which is everybody.
I was gonna say,
make
that also
a
does
dex
include
save.
Poor Kiki.
It does include.
dex save. Okay.
Deck save? Okay.
Well, I imagine when I don't take if it takes damage, I don't take it.
And I will describe it. You see, as it shoots and coats Butler A, it's a
I'm gonna
acidic
re-roll
skin
that.
Immediately dissolves this black sludge. Like it doesn't seem to affect it like it would affect other creatures, because it is part of itself.
I got a
That would
20.
be, I rolled a 15. I got a +3 because I'm close to Herod.
Is Kiki alive?
Numbers now, guys. It's a DC 20 dex save.
23. Let's go.
20 and above
Easy.
are safe. Silas, you fail. You are coated in this black acidic sludge. You take
Hot.
some dice damage. I'll click a few times here.
Oh god, that was a lot of clicks.
I clicked 8 times.
I'm good.
You take 56 acid damage,
Huh.
and this bubbling black sludge is coating your body now. You have half movement speed. You can take an action to take 6 seconds to wipe off enough sludge to move on. Or find another way. If you find another way, obviously you can try other things, but that's just like swiping into that.
Anybody know create or destroy water?
And now Bundler A is going to go for a swipe on Herod with a slam. So it raises a torso with many arms attached, slams downward, and misses with a 15. It then goes for a whip where a skinnier torso, a collection of torsos extended vertically with arms attached, goes to slice at Silas. With a okay, that'll hit.
What is it?
31.
Oh, what?
35. Bludgeoning damage.
Half because of my resistances, unless this is magic.
So, I don't really. I mean, it's like acidic coated skin, but it doesn't deal acid damage. I mean, I would say it's probably not magical.
Okay.
And then with its last attack, it goes to
How much damage did you say, sorry?
36.
35.
And with its last attack, it aims it at Shadow. With a nat 1? No, roll a d20.
Bro's got plot armor.
You just got another nat 1.
Bro has plot armor.
Okay. It goes for a slice downward, but kind of twists and trips. It splits in 2 again.
Oh my god.
Do they get smaller the more they... there it
Yeah,
is.
they go down one size because it's half of it.
So it may not have been a good critical failure in your terms, but alright. Back up to the top, Shadow.
I think Shadow is just gonna kill the one real quick.
Shadow's
Yeah.
just gonna hit him with a... What?
I'm gonna bring the echo back out. I'll put him right there. And we're just gonna do our 3 attacks. $28. Hits. 15 points of damage. Next one has advantage because of effects.
You notice as you slice that creature, all of them scream.
Oh, really?
God.
Okay. You said an 18 hits?
Yep.
Okay. 15 points of damage, and then one more attack without Vex. 21 will hit. And that is 13 points of damage. And I'll probably have to go after this.
Okay. And I will say with that big burst of damage on the smaller one, you slice it up into pieces, and now the limbs are separated from the crimes, slowly fade away.
Oh my god, it
And I
really
can,
is the necro.
Hell yeah.
I don't like
And
that.
I can do your rolls. It'll basically end every
Okay. But yeah, I gotta take off, guys. I'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye.
Alright, let me open up this page.
Attacker!
Easy. At least he's a fighter, so it's the easiest class to attack for.
Yeah, just 6
Yeah,
attacks
I
is
don't have to
easy.
think about
Roll
spells.
6 attacks.
Well, now he's out of that, so it'll only be 3.
Ah.
Oh. That's sad.
Did Kiki pass the tar test, by the way?
He's kind of.
Jumps backward, and on her turn.
That is plot armor. That is plot
He's
armor.
off the board.
Hold on.
Thank you guys for discriminating against my pet that I had.
What fucking Greg or whatever the fuck your ugly ass shrimp cockroach was?
Senor!
Same shit.
Senor!
Signor, right?
Yes!
I can't believe we just killed it in cold blood. That was fucked up.
Alright, Al, you're up.
Alright, well, I'm guessing, you know, the big guy's right next to me. Knight as well. I'm gonna use obviously the staff. Once per turn, since, alright, well, this one, if it hits, well, hopefully it does. Hit. 18. That was a hit. Is it still?
That's it. Okay.
Then I feel it's it. He takes that, and he also has to make a DC 17 Constitution save. And it always is
15 acid damage as you slice within 5 feet. And what was the save?
DC 17 Con. It's probably con. So he will probably beat that.
You got a 22.
Yeah, I figured I could at least try.
But yeah, so as you slap into him, probably what, 10 stun, something like that.
Yeah, it was it is extended into 15-foot, basically staff. And if it hits, it attempts to poison.
Oh, that one. Okay, because you didn't describe that, so I wasn't sure. But you were right. Up
Sorry,
close.
it's starting to hit. I apologize.
No, you're good. No, you're good because obviously if you were behind and then you did that, you would have gotten hurt. But you were right next to him, so you are able to extend it upward like a hit, something like that. But it does pass that.
How much did I get hit for? Or is it avoided because
15
of health?
acid damage.
15.
Well, he's still within 5 feet, so it's still within.
Alright, and well, I gotta go for another one. That's a hit. Because now that I hit him, I'm gonna attempt to use Topple. So he has to make a Constitution, a con save. So it's DC 8 plus ability modifier used. Yeah, yeah, you'd pass.
And you receive 10 acid damage from that.
That's the end of my turn.
Jared, you're up.
Okay, so this is still 5'10" feet. So I'm going to, as a bonus action, I'm going to do, where the fuck is it? Blinding Smite. This one's at a third. I'm going to cast that on my lance. Dirty 25. Okay, so I'm going to be rolling a lot of separate radiant damage. 12 normal damage. For equal to the user's attack modifier. So a 9 radiant damage, and then I have to do fucking radiant damage 1d8 from just my feature. So another 3 radiant, and then blinding smite. So
It is the radiance of the sun.
I do 3d8 radiant damage. And I think he's blinded if that affects him. So another 8 radiant.
And it's an automatic fail, or is there a save?
I'm about to check right now.
Oh, okay.
Bonus action. Yes, it automatic.
Oh, okay, cool.
At the end of each of its turns, the blinding target makes a Constitution saving throw, ending the spell on itself in success. It's con 16 for that when he takes that.
So immediate blinding, but he can attempt to stop it at the end of his turn.
Yeah, and then second attack, I'm just gonna hit him with the lance again since I don't want to get smudged. Be a 19, so that's an automatic crit with a shifted lance. When attacking abominations rolls in a critical hit, so crit damage. 19 regular, and then I just have to do 1 hit with radiant damage now. Does that carry over to double to do d8s if it's crit damage?
No.
Okay.
So criticals only affect the initial dice. They don't affect
So an additional 6 radiant damage. And that will be my turn.
Alright. With that last attack, you're screeching with this void damage. Not that it's doing more, but it's frightening them, and then it's blinded, and you stab it. Falls dead with all this burst of damage.
Oh shit.
And the last bundler screeches in pain as well. And with the end of your turn, it's going to take the legendary action.
Oh shit.
It's going to move right here.
Oh god.
A few pustules on his body emerge from the side and burst 10-foot radius around it. Both you guys make a dex save.
17. Low roll.
Not 20.
Alright.
26 impaired.
You pass, Herod, you fail. Herod, you take 37 acid.
Holy fuck.
And you are now coated in black sludge.
Okay.
You have movement. Take an action to wipe it off or find a way.
Okay.
And now it is Silas.
Already.
Oh wait, no. So it wasn't Silas making the roll. It was Al. Did Al roll, or am I tripping?
Oh,
'Cause it was
no.
within 5 feet of him. It was Al and Harry.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason I thought it was the one that.
No.
that
Oh, no.
okay. That's why I didn't roll.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, no. It was this last one.
Okay. That not 20. Yeah.
Okay. All right. 2 nat 20s for. All right. All right.
Never seen you get 2 nat 20s in a row. No.
And now you're up, Harry. I mean, not Harry. Fuck Silas.
Alright. How hurt does this thing look?
It looks pretty hurt. There's
Pretty
some limbs
hurt.
dangling off. There's a few puncture wounds in it.
Y'all are gonna see a nice green glow gather around my finger as I point towards it and start chanting. Energy's gonna float towards it. It's gonna take, or I need a Constitution save.
Oh shit. High modifier, but a low roll. 18.
Fuck, that barely passes. Okay, so he'll take half damage. Hold on, let me just click a couple times.
Was it necrotic?
Yes.
Okay.
Half of 71.
Holy shit. I
Uh,
haven't seen a number like
seventh?
that.
7th level Mystic Arcanum.
So 35 damage?
Yeah.
Pretty good shit. You see this finger of death float and kind of go around Herod.
Like, what the hell? Jesus.
It smells like the east side of Moreland, so actually it's kind of reminiscent. It's kind of nice,
It's like, ah.
but also driven.
Ah.
This bitch still alive, ain't it?
It's still alive, but it's
Ah, fucker.
that did it's good damage. But
I needed to kill him with it. That's where it really shines. I think that's all I can do. Bonus actions. Nope, because that's two spells. No, man, that's it.
alright. So the bundler has a unique trait where it can basically walk, like if it goes past you can take the attacks of opportunity, but it can walk above you and have its dangling limbs surround you. Yeah, that's what walks right
Cool.
here.
I'm gonna fucking opportunity his ass.
But he's still within attack range. He didn't leave it yet.
Oh shit.
He walks and he's just above you guys with these dangling limbs and faces screaming and he can bite at you guys.
I hate this.
And it will do an ability where all of its limbs that are beneath it start to wave and scratch very quickly. Within anyone underneath needs to make a dex save.
Another deck.
Fuck.
These limbs and
11.
heads biting and
15,
slashing at you and kicking at you. Oh fuck, okay. Alright.
But man, I'm so short.
Okay, you guys take 36 bludgeoning slashing damage. Like half and half.
Since that was a dex roll, with the I still take half damage for whatever the fucking monk ability is.
Yeah, because the monk ability is for dex saves. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you take half. So you take 15 regardless. And then we'll go for its other two attacks. It'll go for a swipe on Herod.
Oh no.
Okay, that will hit.
What's it at? Because I do have Shield of Faith.
31.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
24 bludgeoning.
That hits.
Okay.
Oh
And
man.
for-
I thought you were doing an. Oh, I thought that was the other attack. My bad.
And for its last attack, it's gonna go for whip on Al. 21.
Yeah, that hits.
And that is 18 bludgeoning damage. And at the end of its turn, it splits again violently. Because there's less and less limbs now that are still alive, less heads that are not just dangling dead now. And it is Shadow's turn. Shadow is going to use his Echo as he would. And he's going to attack. Shadow. Boom. Okay. Boom.
Shadow doing shadow things.
Okay. Holy fuck.
I love how you can just so easily do knowing everything.
Okay, and then, okay, so he runs over and does like 40 damage with 3 attacks. The bundler dies.
Bro
But
hits him
this-
with the damage?
I'll
Yes.
just say, and then I'll roll here. Those 3 attacks were massive damage. And I'm pretty sure before it died with like 40 damage, that was it or something. So if it gets so he's good. He'll go for the last attack over here. Oh wait, no, he only has 3 attacks now.
Yeah.
Okay. So that doesn't count. Right, and up next is Al.
Alright. Well, I don't. I'm pretty close, so I don't have much spell option. So yeah, just hit him. 14. Don't think that hits. Say what?
17.
Oh.
Miss.
Oh, I didn't know if the DC would change after him splitting apart.
That's fair. But no.
19, so that hit. And I would like to attempt a topple. So that's a con save. If I'm reading this right, it's DC 8 plus ability modifier used, so what my dexterity. So 11 plus proficiency.
Got a 23 for console.
Okay. Well, I think he passed that.
And that's something to try to prone, right?
Yeah.
And so, as you try to do that, you try to knock him prone. You notice that as you do knock him backwards, but his back has limbs on it. So you kind of figure out that this enemy is immune to becoming prone because it has so many limbs it can stand on.
Those are follow arms.
Which is a trait I made. I'm like, this will never get found, but I feel like I wanted to show it there.
Yes,
There
nothing.
you go. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. It is looking quite weak. Aaron, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to bonus action. Damn, I always had so many bonus actions like this.
Al, you also take acid. That will be 60.
Bonus action, Misty Step to go 10 feet between them over here. And then I'm going to just strike him with my lance. Or attempt. That'll hit. 13 physical. 4 radiant. Second attack. Nat 1.
Ron, you don't get it. Okay.
That is everything. You abomination.
All right. Sounds rough.
Great. Bonus action, I'm gonna cast Spirit Shroud. Dead spirits are gonna just fly around me, and they're gonna be cold. So any damage I do will have extra cold damage if I roll on it. And I'm just going to make some melee attacks.
After this fight, pretty much.
14 I know will miss. 17 hits?
Yes, just really.
Okay, that will be 8 piercing damage, and let's roll on the actual thing. Another 11 cold damage.
Okay, how do you want to describe this?
That or like CS or something.
As I stab into him, I want the Spirit Shroud spirits just start like flying through it, and each spot where they enter and exit just freezes solid till he's solid. Like
Okay.
it's a solid throw.
That happens, and they fly through the many gaps now and carve new gaps and stuff, and freeze all the flesh. Then you notice the remaining spirits break through some of the ice and carry some shrouds, some little slivers into the sky, and then drop them and then dissipate. The corpse frozen now kind of leans while standing with all of these voices and others slowly clicking and fading away.
Fuck yeah.
We did it!
Alright, and with that, I will say we're good to end the sesh.
Sick.
Good one.
Was a good one.
Yeah, just tell Cam that. Yeah, we went and just killed the main boss. It's fine.
Sick, dude.
And that will be it, guys. Good shit.
GG's.
And we are switching to a bi-weekly, so next week is off.
Okay.
Now it's for whoever wants to have plans.
Yeah, exactly. So Cameron does plan that he is planning to DM a different session with his friends on those off weeks. So it'll likely be us. Like I'll still be free. I just don't have as much time to plan. I'm just trying to make the videos and stuff. So I have more time with both.
How dare you try?
But yeah, like if someone else
We could just cycle one
one
shots.
shot or yeah, no, literally, if anybody wants to, we have open weeks now. So I think it's good to have that.
We should do
just
like a
the four of
Norse
us.
one or something. Dude, that would be so fun to just do like. It doesn't have to just be. It's 5e obviously, but like we could literally just like. I don't know, do like some like Greek mythology shit or just something weird like offshots.
Oh yeah, or like a fucking western. Like,
Dude,
sci-fi shit.
yes.
We can mix it up with a fun new genre. There's a lot, yeah.
That would be fun. I'll look into that.
If everyone has it, we could always also do a Baldur's Gate run.
I do.
It's
That,
so D&D related, and that just got a huge update.
I feel like I'm like the one person in the world that just gets so fucking bored playing that. I get so distracted like watching YouTube.
Oh no, that's fair. That's not for everybody.
Like
Yeah,
it's fun. It's just like god damn, bro. I forget what I'm doing.
As long as I have somebody to play with, I can play it. Pat can attest to that one. Just like I just stopped
Yeah.
playing. It's no fun with games like that.
Thanks for chilling. It's your boy GlumiGames. Peace and motherfucker.